media in a second.
Okay.
All right. You're live on social media. Now I'm going to
Mm.
let everyone in. 3, 2, 1. Here they come. Hey, Gary.
Hey, Tina, what's happening? Hey, everybody. I'm so glad to see you. Welcome to Tapping In, and I'm so glad you are here. Um, I have really, really good news. I figured out the worst demon in the universe, and I fought with him all week long, and I can teach you guys how to kill him. And there we are. And this is one of the demons that's been plaguing you your whole entire life, and everybody else. And I don't know if anybody's ever figured it out. According to God, that God said no. And so and this is a very dark energy. It's all encompassing and it's very prevalent on the planet right now, which is scary. But it's the energy of bad guy demon, bad guy demon. And so that's what God calls it. And so a lot of you guys, and I've been practicing on everybody around me. And so everybody around me hates me right now. No, they actually love me because they're capable of love and because I pulled the bad guy demon off. And so, how many of you guys raise your hand? How many of you guys have people that point their finger at you and say, "You're the bad guy"? Anybody? You guys? All you guys are going, "Oh my God!" Some people have got two hands. You're the bad guy. You're the bad guy. And how many of you guys have the people that you help the most that are pointing the finger at you and saying, "You're the bad guy. You're the bad guy." Okay, you guys. Some of you guys are waving like three hands, four hands, five hands. You're going, "What the hell?" Coletta Coleman. You're going, "Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God." How do what is going on with that, right? So you ever wonder? You know, and so as you see everybody raising their hand, what is that all about? Christine Klein, let me talk to you real quick. I'm going to do speed read real quick. Okay, Christine Klein, let me go to you. Christine, so you're shaking your head. Yes. What, so you got people pointing the finger at you and you're the bad guy. And these are the people you help the most.
Yes, it's family and people at like the church.
Okay. All right. Shoot them.
Yes. I
And
love
then
that.
in your mind, you think, well, I have to just kill him. You think, what are you in your head? You think, okay, I can't kill him. That'd be bad. Okay, I could choke him. No, can't choke him. That'd be, you know what I mean? And so, but it's everybody you do everything for, and they point the finger at you, and you are the bad guy,
Yes.
right?
Yes. I'm clearing
Like,
them. I'm healing them. I'm trying to get rid of them. But then
don't
they
work.
come back
Don't
at
work.
me
Don't
tenfold.
work. Tenfold. It don't work. It don't work. And the
No.
reason is because we were not, how do I say, sometimes things are above your pay grade, right? Sometimes things are above my pay grade. I've never been able to reach this particular demon. Okay. I didn't know where the hell he was, or I didn't know if this was, everybody says, well, that's human nature. You ever hear that? I want to choke them too. In human nature, that everybody thinks you're the bad guy. Right? And I just want to choke those guys. Right? It's a human nature. So human nature is to be horrible. Is that human nature? Well, you'd kind of think so because it just keeps on going. It keeps on going. So where is, better yet, where is this bad guy demon hiding? I got your answer. This new dimension that I've been working through, which is the death and sickness dimension, that, by the way, I went through with COVID, died 5 times. So I went through this dimension of death. So I didn't stay there because I didn't stay dead. And God said, get out of there. And I just went towards God's voice, right? I could hear him scream at me. Well, I went towards his voice because this dimension of, death, illness, whatever you want to call it, I didn't have a name for it. Well, I finally asked God, what is the name for it? God said, it's the dimension next to heaven. Interesting, right? So in this very high dimension that I was not privy to. A few people on the earth I've seen that are privy to this dimension. And these people that are privy to this dimension are in some ways the luckiest and unluckiest people on the planet, usually. But they have a crazy dumb luck about them, and they're in this dimension where, my friend, my buddy, a lot of you guys are Kevin Trudeau fans, and so my buddy, family member, like is he's in that dimension. Remember, Dean, how I told you, because you went, how does Kevin, just make $100 million? How does he do that? Like falling off a log backwards.
Well,
Remember?
I just figured he was the luckiest person alive because I
We've
just
seen
had
it. I
nothing to
mean,
look about him.
yeah, because we would see him do it time and time again. Like we've known him for 30 years, and so it would be like he would just do something, and all of a sudden, you'd be okay. And we go, how does he do that? What? And I said he's got something going where he has this tremendous magic about him. And he's in this zone, and he's got this dimension, this energy field opened up, and all I know is I ain't got it, but I'd love to have it, right? Well, I finally got it, and I want to share it with you guys, okay? And this dimension does a lot of good things, but above all, like I'm trying to understand the angels in this dimension, the light in this dimension, and the demons in this dimension, okay? Well, there's a bunch of demons that guard this dimension because this is the next to heaven dimension. I'm also studying the book of Enoch, and I'm studying Enoch. Enoch was a scribe for God, and he lived to be about 300 and some years old. His son Methuselah lived to be, what was he? I don't know. You guys, you biblical scholars, can correct me, but it's, 970 something or something like that years old. Noah lived to be like that old. Few of them in the Bible, live to be incredibly old, and they're called something. I don't have that word, but again, I need a biblical scholar sitting beside me, but there was a what?
Is it centurions?
Maybe that's it.
In the
But they live to be ancient. They live to be old, and so with that. What if we live to be, could you get something accomplished in your life if you lived to be 1,000?
Yeah.
You ever thought about it? I mean, I'd go for even three something, you know what I mean? Could you imagine how successful you could be if you lived to be that old, or how you could accomplish things if you had that? The wisdom you would have, the books you could write, the things you could do, the people you could teach. How cool would that be, right? Well, why don't we? Why don't we just go right ahead on and do that thing? Why don't we? Well, it's obvious that if Methuselah lived to be the oldest person or whatever he did, 900 and something, and his father Enoch was 300 and something, thumbs up, must have taught him something. Must have had a way. It's really interesting. When Dean and I wrote the book, Your Keys to Heaven, Secrets from God, Your Keys to Heaven, right? We wrote about the 10 dimensions, and we saw all these different keys that were the keys to getting into heaven or heavens. And we didn't know what we were talking about at the time, except we just knew what God was telling us at the time. And he said, there's 10 dimensions. And if you clear these 10 dimensions, you can slip up into the first heaven. And I'll be glad to hear you. And you'll be able to see me. And you'll be able to talk to me. And you'll be able to hear me talk back. Now, Christine, you can do this.
Yep.
Right?
Mhm.
You can see God.
Yep.
You can hear God.
Yep.
You can talk to God, and he answers you.
All the time, every day.
Yeah, and this is a way of life for you.
Yes.
And so I know that about you. Now, I know that you used to could not see anything.
Right.
And then suddenly you followed simply this little book, and you could see everything.
Yep. And it happened. It just clicked.
And
It
when
took a
it clicked,
while, but it works.
it took a while, but it worked.
Yes.
You know, Terry Mahoney, who just visited me, is like that. Here's the illustration from like back in the day, the Book of Enoch. This is an old illustration of the 10 dimensions, the 10 heavens, if you would, the 10 heavens. Well, the 10 heavens. Okay, interesting. What is the 10 heaven? Well, that's the 10 dimensions that I talk about in Your Keys to Heaven. I explained these 10 dimensions. And after we drew the illustration, we found that illustration that was an ancient illustration, and we realized that it was almost the same drawing. And even the colors were the same. We were like, remember that, Dean? We were freaked out. And so we realized how led our book was. These 10 dimensions that we talk about. And if you're able to clear these 10 dimensions, you get rid of all this negativity and all this stuff going on. Because you got all these dark energy dimensions, you got the negative projection dimension where everybody's hating on you. You got the demon dimension where the demons are just beating you to death. You got all these things where you beat yourself to death, you know. And so if you clear all those dimensions, suddenly you can see heaven. Interesting. And so, and then when you can see heaven, you can get up there and you can talk to God, and you can get all these really cool spiritual gifts that just sort of come to you really fast then. And so that's the keys to how everything worked. That's the reason that when we wrote this book, we called it Your Keys to Heaven, because it was the key to getting there, to getting up to heaven and talking to God. Because I figured, you know, Dean and I were talking about writing a book and what would the book be. And we asked God. God said, teach people how to see me and hear me and talk to me. And so we figured, well, okay, if you can see, hear, and talk to God, what else do you need? You do. I figured, well, I've done my job. You know, there, you got it. Do that. You know, and I'll go do something else if I want to. And, but anyway, I realized then, of course, that once I did that, I thought, oh, yay, everything's done. It's really good. I was just touching the tip of the iceberg. And then I realized there's bigger dimensions, there's more stuff, there's heavens, there's hells, there's demons, it's got demons, it's got demons, there's angels, it's got angels, it's got angels. And then everything started expanding. Well, as high as I got was Zion heaven, which was where God dwells according to the book of Enoch. Where God dwells is where, what does that mean according to Enoch? And Enoch, the book of Enoch is part of the Dead Sea Scrolls. In other words, it didn't get edited like the Bible. It didn't get stepped on by king this or something that or whatever. They found it in the 50s in a cave. And so the book of Enoch talks about what Enoch wrote. He wrote this, right? And so and he could see, hear, and talk to God, and he was, you know, pretty amazing. He lived to be 300 and some years old. I would love it if I lived to be 300 and some years old. I couldn't imagine how spiritually brilliant I'd be, you know, and I would love it if all you guys did. How do you do that? Let's ask Enoch. You see? He says, all you got to do is see, hear, and talk to God. I just ask him right then, right? Because I can see Enoch in my head. And I can pretty well see any of the biblical characters in my head, and, you know, including Christ, Mother Mary, you know, very close with everybody. And I can see all kinds of beings and spiritual beings that you guys never even heard of, right? And you can too, which is cool. I'm not saying, hey, I could do this or you can't. I'm saying I can do stuff and you can do everything I can do. And a lot of you guys can do more than I can do. And I'm always amazed at spiritual retreats when you come and hang out live for a minute and I'm able to see what your gifts are. What are you? I'm not as enthralled with what my gifts are. I got a lot of gifts, but I'm always freaked out at what your gifts are because you guys are freaks. And sometimes you don't even know how amazingly gifted you are because you're not around somebody who's telling you, hey, that's pretty wild. You can do that. Hey, this is really good. You know, you're a healer. You got some sick people, heal them. You know, you can see stuff. You're a reader. You can read things, explain things to people that are confused. Help them out, you know. You're a person that's a conduit for spiritual gifts. Ask God to give you the gifts. Let them roll through you. Give them to the person that's in front of your face. You see, that's a big one these days. Get rid of demons. Some of you guys are demon killing machines and don't even know it. You know? So a lot of stuff going on down here. But we got to work on our planet, guys. And here's why. Because the most prevalent demon that is in our face today is the bad guy demon. The bad guy demon. Have you ever had this happen to you like you seeing it happen now, Christine? Where you got everybody but have you ever seen it happen this bad? That it's
No, it's really bad.
okay.
It's really
Yeah.
bad. Yeah. And I always ask
Because
God
I
to give
seen
me-
your eyes get big. I saw your eyes get big when I mentioned it. And here's why. The brightest lights are getting their butts kicked. So you guys will go, well, why do I want to be a bright light? Why do I want to be a bright light if I'm going to get my butt kicked? You're going to get your butt really kicked if you don't take your bright light and do something with it. You see what I'm saying? So take your bright light, ask God for spiritual gifts, and clear this planet we live on so we still have one to live on. And so it's really important. Now, I'm not about gloom and doom. This has nothing to do with political anything. Not very political. I know more than anybody could ever imagine. But it's like I'm good about all that. But I'm telling you that the demon that's on the planet right now is the bad guy demon. And I figured it out. And a lot of my stuff is when I find myself, really figuring things out. I went to Europe and I had a little bit of time on my hands, which is never. And I had a couple of months and I wanted to film this documentary, which I have in the can, but I hadn't released it, but I got it. And I wanted to film a little documentary on what creates a heaven. Like, who on earth had a heaven? I can tell you who. The Habsburg family in Austria. They were the emperors of Europe for many, many years, decades and decades and hundreds of years. And they were pretty amazing. And their palaces were the most amazing palaces. And so I studied these guys because they lived a real heaven on earth existence. They were totally into art. Mozart came from their era, and they played for his parties. I mean, Mozart played for their parties. And Maria Theresia, I can't remember the number of kids she had. It was a lot. It was like 17 or something. And she married them off to royal families of Italy, royal families of France, including Napoleon. And she would marry him to the royal family of all these different, countries, so that she would never go to war with these countries, because she would just simply give one of her beautiful daughters up and they'd go marry, the king of wherever. Pretty good strategies, like she had pretty good strategy with stuff. But as I studied this, I just saw all kinds of interesting things. And I would see these matrices that when God gives me a God matrix, it looks like a sunshine with beautiful rays coming from it. But it's not a sunshine. The rays are really sharp, almost like swords. And they go out. And so you can see them, Christina. What do they look like to you? What do they look like?
They're like crystal, kind of.
And they're made of
you can't-
crystal.
Yep, and you can't break them off. You can't get mad because you don't want one to break off.
And when you get mad, they crack.
Yep.
So anytime you guys manifest something wonderful in your life and God gives you a God matrix and it's all working out good for you, get pissed off a few times.
You don't want that.
Or just stay mad. And if you do, you'll find all of a sudden your manifestation falls apart. That's why it doesn't work out when you're mad. So it can't roll through anger, and so you can't do that. And so, but if you look at all the big cathedrals in Austria, you will, in a lot of the ones in Europe, you will see this God matrix above the big altar. I mean, it's there, and the artist made it. They created it. So you're sitting there and you're looking at it in the physical world. So obviously somebody could see this back in the day. And obviously it hadn't changed since then. It's not like they update their matrix, right? And so you go, oh, okay. So I really studied what creates a heaven. So then after I figured out what created a heaven, I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. And I learned a lot of stuff, and I saw a lot of stuff, and I realized back in the day they really got it and they understood it. All doors were open. It was really weird. I was in Vienna, and all the doors were open. I went to this one cathedral that has the Dean. Do you remember what they're called? You're in the Catholic club, and do you remember what the guys are called who are like the psychic crowd in the Catholic Church? That is a very small group, and they came out of this one church or one cathedral.
Oh my God, I'd have to reach out to Christian for that one, because wasn't he with you?
Yeah, he was with, and so, but anyway, so these guys, anyway, there's a whole thing where these are like the monks of the Catholic religion.
Oh,
They go into not the agnostic, but Gospels, which is what everybody believes, but they go into the Gnostic Gospels, which is the old
theologians.
Yeah, right. Okay, that thing. And so, but they go into the Gnostic Gospels. Thank you. And so, and which is what we do. Okay, which is like, well, we don't have to read this or do that. We just do it. It's in our head. It's easy. What do? We clear it. If there's darkness, we clear it. If we need an angel, we ask for one. You see, if you need to figure out something because we're ignorant, which we all are, me too, especially, then we just ask God, God, what do we do? And he'll tell you, right? And so they have that belief system. So anyway, I went into this big cathedral. It was the most amazing thing, ornate, beautiful, incredible, big altar, whatever. I go in, and this is where the Habsburg family went to church. And I wanted to go where they went to church. So this is this big cathedral downtown in Vienna. And so I went there, and my friend Christian tried to get me an appointment to go down and see the Christ relics. There's some real true Christ relics that are in the basement, if you would, or in the catacombs or down below. And you have to get real special permission or be a dignitary to be able to visit these Christ relics. And so, and he sort of is. And so I he had been there and seen it, and seen it and been with it. And he tried to get me the okay. We couldn't get it, and so, but we went into this big cathedral, and I'm sitting there, and suddenly this priest appears, and he motions for me to come forward to him. And my friend Christian says, "That's the head priest." And he said, "He's a dick." Right? He's like, remember? He's like, he's horrible. He's like, he never gave me a pass to get to, he said I had to sneak my figure out, whatever, to see the relic. And he goes, he's motioning for you to come out. Anyway, so I walked up, went up, and he goes, "I get a vision. I know who you are. I need to take you and show you the relics." Right? And so I was like, cool. I'm like, all right. And I go back and I tell my buddy, I said, he goes, and he says, "You can bring all your friends." Of course I had about a dozen. And I go back and I go, "Oh, we're in." And my buddy goes, "You're in with him?" Right? He takes me to every secret place in this whole giant cathedral. He shows me every magical relic and everything in the world. I get to sit in the same chairs with the king of Austria and the queen, or whatever you call her, the emperors of Austria sat in. I got to hang out in their chamber where they would listen to their sermon every Sunday. Right? And so And so, yeah, there you go. And there was tons of stuff like that's a,
That's
you know,
monstrance.
yeah. And so anyway, so as I went through all this, I get up and then I go down and I'm in front of this relic and I hear God's voice and he says, "You're now going to get every spiritual gift that's ever came down to the city of Vienna. Everything that's ever came to every chapel and every giant beautiful cathedral in this city, you're gonna receive every spiritual gift. Hold on to your seat." And I got so hot. It was like, oh my God. I'm like catching on fire. Everybody in the room was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And they couldn't believe how hot they got. They were catching on fire, receiving these spiritual gifts. And so, and my friend Kristen is, he just still can't even believe we're there. So I went through all this effort trying to figure out what creates a heaven on earth. And so this is just one of the little stories, one of the little side stories. But I went through all of their palaces and I figured out what made this work. And I would look at the artwork and the secrets in the artwork. It definitely is. And so it was pretty wild seeing all this. And then not only seeing it, but I could also osmosis it and get it. And so I'm getting all these spiritual gifts and really, it was pretty amazing. How cool. Well, then I had about a week on my hands left. And so then God told me, go figure out what created a heaven on earth. I want you to go figure out what, you figured out what created a heaven on earth. I want you to figure out what creates a hell on earth. So I went to one of Hitler's concentration camps.
Yeah, he did.
Right? And that's a sort of a bipolar thing to do. But I'm like, okay, God told me to. I'm like, okay, we'll go. So I take my little band of Indians, and we had to rent this big van, and we got in it. We're going there, and we go out, and it was not one of the biggest concentration camps, but it was like it was big enough, and it was on the countryside of Austria, and it was in a very beautiful place. But it was on my way there, I had a spirit that came to me in the back of this van. And I hear Dorfen snort or Gorder Dorfen snort, because that's what German sounds like to me in my head, right? And so it's a lot of Dorfens and Gorfens and whatever. And so it was not the prettiest language. But anyway, I started repeating the words I was hearing. And all of my German-speaking friends around me went, "You're speaking old German." Not new German, but you're speaking old German. So I'm explaining what I'm hearing, and they're saying, the guy's telling you, whoever you're talking to, help me find my family. Help me. We've been waiting for you for a long time to come. Help me find my family. So he just simply wanted to be reunited with his family. Well, I didn't know what all that meant. But I was just speaking the words, and then my friends were translating these Dorfen, Snorten, Gorfendorf words, right? And so this was becoming very interesting as we go. So we get there, we got the tour guide, everything's going along. And I toured this concentration camp where these horrendous things happened to humans, right? And I sensed this demon, but I could not see it. But I sensed it. And I only just now in the last 2 weeks figured it out. This is the demon of bad guy. You are the bad guy. And so I'm like, okay, well, it must be the Jews. The Jews are the bad guy because, they're the ones that reaped all this horrible stuff from the, all that. And so as I go through this place, the biggest thing I could say is our tour guide never stopped crying. Our tour guide was a big old guy, and he cried the whole way through because he couldn't believe my interpretations of what I was seeing and how horrendous, horrible things were, and how human beings could treat other human beings. This is pretty scary. And also, as I go through this, I realized that I'm ignorant I realized I'm the world's biggest dumbass. I did not know any of this stuff. I had no idea. So you guys, okay, like you realize, through this period, the Jews called it pretty bad, you know, through this time, it was a bad time for Jewish people. Well, the biggest surprise to me as I went through was there was a lot of groups that were like, bad guy, kill them all. That you're a woman and kids, kill you. So this guy that was looking for his family, as soon as they got there, they said, well, your family, your wife and the kids are going to be over here, and you're going to go over here and go into the work camp. Well, they took him into the work camp, and then they immediately took his wife and his kids and killed him. Okay? So this was hell on earth. Interesting, right, guys? Did you know this? And and most of the time, people don't know this. People aren't aware. So even I talk to my Jewish friends, and they're like, many times they're not aware of some of these things. As I went through, the biggest surprise to me was, and I've seen a lot of crazy things, horrific things. They'd skin you alive and pour dye down you and see how your digestive system worked. Can you imagine? That person who went through. Anyway, I'm talking about things you guys come on to feel really good and go and want to feel warm and fuzzy and get spiritual gifts. Well, I'm going to show you how to kill this badass demon because I just figured out how to do it this week. And and this demon is the bad guy demon. This is the demon that's running around, Christine, attacking you every day through every damn body you treat good. Mm-hmm. This is the demon that's running around, chasing me around with everybody I treat real good. And I'm like, I've never seen anything quite like this. It's really pretty bizarre. And all you guys, I want to hear your stories on who's pointing the finger at you and calling you a bad guy. I want to hear. I really do. What?
My friend Suzanne at work did that to me. She just attacked me the other day.
What'd she say?
I just asked God for the answer to how do I answer this? Because we were talking about vaccines and stuff. And I said, I'm not going to push my beliefs on you and you don't do it to me. So, but she attacked me.
There you go. And so
I was the bad guy.
You're the bad guy because that's your belief.
Yeah.
Well, here, this will probably become a real surprise to you. How many of you guys, let me see a gallery view. Let me see a gallery view so I can see, a bunch of, anyway, I want to know, how many of you guys realized that not only did they kill a lot of Jewish people during this era, how many of you guys raise your hand? How many of you guys realized that they killed the Boy Scouts? You guys aren't raising your hand. What? Oh, yeah, a couple of you are. Did you realize they killed? Yeah, a few of you are, but most of you are not. I would say 95% of you are not raising your hand. Well, I fall into the 95 percentile because I damn didn't know it. I had no idea. I had no idea. They killed all the Boy Scouts too. They rounded them up and killed them because you know what? The Boy Scouts are bad guys. They're bad guys. So let's kill all the Boy Scouts. What the hell? What the hell? And so that was the biggest thing in my head that freaked me the hell out. I mean, this really, I'm trying to get this. And I'm seeing all this horrendous stuff going on. And by the way, that day, when I spent that day at that concentration camp, I sent a little over 11,000 earthbound souls to the light. 11,000 earthbound souls. Thank you, Lisa Berger, for clapping. So sending 11,000 earthbound spirits. 11,000 earthbound spirits were hung in the hell they died in because it was such a horrendous hell. If there's no darkness, if there's no light when you die, if it's that dark, you can't get out of here. Some of you'll stay earthbound. Yikes. Hello. So you really got to really kind of think about these things a little bit. And there's a science to spiritual things. So as I'm figuring out what creates a hell, everybody in my crowd, I had about a dozen people with me that day, and they're all crying their eyes out. They're all freaking out and they're crying their eyes out. And I realized that this was way more, see, this story is way more impactful than me talking about the palaces and what creates a heaven. But that's what creates a hell. So what made this? What created this hell, right? What dimension created this hell? What demon crawled up somebody's, to make them think it's a good idea to kill all the Boy Scouts? What did that? I walked through this one courtyard and I asked the tour guide, I said, what am I seeing? I said, I see these, they look like ice sculptures of human beings and they're naked and they got horrible expressions on their face. He says, oh my God. He said, if somebody misbehaved, they'd take them out in 30 below zero weather, pour hot water on their body and let them instantly freeze. And they would stay there for a couple of months during the cold season as an ice statue to remind everybody else to behave. What the hell? What up, guys? What up? Human beings did this to other human beings. I think Jewish people are more aware than we are. As I was raised Christian, it was like, praise the Lord, and you're going to go to hell if you don't, do a few things. Well, I think Jewish people are really a little more aware of this. Alice Smith, you guys are more aware, right? You guys, right? Am I making any sense? And so, but I think I think Jewish people are a little more aware because they realize the horrible things that can happen to you because you could be called a bad guy at any moment. You get the finger on you, bad guy. And if you get this bad guy finger on you and whoever's in control decides you're the bad guy, yikes. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. I have never seen so many bad guy demons on the planet as what I see right now. And that's the reason I'm telling you about this, guys, because it's here. Anytime I ever see anything, I always go, whoop, I see this. This is what's up. Here's what your beat is today. And you guys are always like going, oh my. This is, but this one has been, I've been talking about this new dimension, which is the dimension of death. Well, I went through it when I had COVID, which was a man-made disease, by the way. Some man did that. Some man created that. Probably a few men you know. Probably a few men you know their names. I know I do. And so this is kind of a crazy thing, crazy time. And so, which it changed my life, took me out for a couple of years. And so thank you, God, I'm alive. And so, but this is a very weird time we're in. And it's it could go left or it could go right. And it could go to heaven on earth or it could go to hell on earth. And the reason I'm telling you this, I sound more like a Baptist preacher than anything. And so, but this is a time where you guys have to use your gifts and use your light. And you can not only clear you and your family, you can clear the world. You can ask for a spiritual gift to clear the entire world. This is big. This is not some battle that you're going to fight in the physical world. This is a battle, even biblically speaking. It talks about the in the final days, the battles will not be fought in the physical world, but they'll be fought in the spiritual. I think the word is even municipalities. I can't even say the word. And but this is where things are. And so you got to realize this is a time where your light matters, your spiritual gifts matter, your connection with heaven matters. And if you can't figure out how to get to heaven, buy this book. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Your keys to heaven. Buy this book. And so, and all you got to do is get spiritual secrets from God, your keys to heaven, and you'll be able to meditate, get up to heaven, ask God for spiritual gifts. And when you do, you'll find it's really, really easy to connect. And as you connect, then you can get your spiritual gifts every day, and you'll be able to clear your family. And so, because you want to keep yourself safe and you want to keep your family safe through whatever is up. And Um, but I've never seen so many of these particular demons. And so, because it took me a minute to figure it out, it really did. I mean, it really, really did. And I mean, I wish I could have figured it out quicker, but this is and when I finally got a name for this dimension, okay, this is really important. You guys remember this. The name of this dimension that I'm talking about, and this is more like this is more like a master class I'm talking to you guys about today, because this is what we talk about in the master classes, and I was too sick for a few months to do those. But that's the reason I try to add so much in tapping in. But in this dimension, it's really important that you guys understand how to get the spiritual gifts to clear yourself and clear your family. Start with that and your friends. You want to do that, and then you're going to get above it, and you're going to be really, really good, because you can get enough light to get above it. And every time I see a demon that is a new one on the planet, I'm going to tell you guys how to get a gift to kill it. Okay? Because that's how I've always done it. I would just kill the demon and go on, kill the demon and go on, clear the dimension and go on, clear the dimension and go on. But this is what's after us today. What's after us today is this particular dimension that is full of these demons that are bad guy demon. And like Christine is a bad guy. And so, because she's such a bright light. And she's a bad guy with the people she helps the most. And so, you guys got the same thing going. So here's the deal. I'm going to ask God. I want you guys to ask God. Let me just look and see what God wants me to do. Oh, he tells me to wait a minute. Okay. I'll figure this out in a minute. Okay. And so, but I want you guys to stick around, and I want you to get the spiritual gifts to clear these dark energies off of you, because these are some of the nastiest ones I've ever seen. And they're some of the most malicious ones I've seen. And this is coming from your friends, closest friends, right, Christine?
Yes.
And family.
And family.
Right
yeah.
in. All the close ends, right? What is going on? And they come up with stuff that is the most bizarre stuff you ever heard.
Yeah. Like, what did I do?
Right. No, you're one of the nicest people I ever met in my life. and so, but you're also one of the most spiritually gifted. And so what happens is, they try to put your light out, because they take you off your center. They try to make you think you're something you ain't. And so that's what's happening. But this comes from this dimension that is God calls it. He named it, and I said, God, tell me what the name of this dimension is, because he never told me. And he finally told me. He said, next to heaven dimension. This is the next to heaven. It's right next to heaven. So in this dimension, that's the reason to go to this highest Zion heaven that I went to, you have to die. Well, that's the reason I died 5 times, but I kept going there. I kept going through this, if you would, dimension of death dimension and dimension of illness dimension, but I kept on going through it. I didn't stay there. And so this dimension is the next to heaven dimension. And so when you clear the energies out of there, you guys will glow in the damn dark. You guys will actually feel so good. Everybody around me, I cleared this dimension on them, and they are like, and you know how people get used to you. I always make the joke that I could learn to levitate and fly across the room and even say, oh, that's nice. And so, but it's like, but everybody I cleared in this dimension, the people used to me and right around me, they have been like, oh my God, do I feel good. So this is what we're going to work on tonight. And I want to work on this with you guys so that you take these nasty projections off of you from all your dearest little friends and your dearest little, coworkers, and just like you, Christina. Let me clear you, Christina. I'm going to do you first. Okay. And then you'll see what this is like. Okay. If you look, you can see spiritually. So I'm going to go up to this really high dimension. See how it's really dark on the bottom and it got much lighter as I drug you high?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I drug you high, so you want to go to the top part of the dimension. The bottom part of this dimension is hell. The top part of this dimension is next to heaven. See how it went white?
Yes.
Okay, God's giving you the gift. You guys piggyback on this gift she's getting. God's giving you the gift of a white mountain. It
Yes,
looks
I
like,
saw that the other day. The White Mountain. Yep.
okay, he's handing it to you. It looks
Thank you,
like
God.
it's made of white mist almost.
Yep.
See? And he's handing it to you. Take it, pull it into you. There we go. Give it to your spouse. Okay. There we are. Because I heard him right there. There
Yes,
we
he
go.
needs that.
Yeah. No, this will help him too. It'll really help him. I see it help
Thank
him,
you.
especially with business. And so I see because he needs that. And so there, but I see how light you feel now? Notice her sweating, guys. See her start to
Yes.
sweat? You know, what does that feel like?
Oh, wow. I just feel really light and bright. And my hands are sweating really bad.
Good. Good. Yeah, so you'll feel yourself go through physical changes. I want all you guys to, I wish, my wish is for all you guys to get this spiritual gift. So ask God for the white mountaintop. Say, God, please give me this white mountain. God, please give me this white mountain. Please allow me to go to the top of this dimension, which is next to heaven dimension. There you go. Now, you guys, a bunch of you guys are getting crowns. I see somebody reach up and grab the crown, put it on their head right then. There we go. Grab this crown. It's this beautiful crown. Take this crown. It's a spiritual gift of a crown. This crowns you in this dimension. Okay? This crown will allow you to always come back. Anytime you get crowned in a dimension, this means you're crowned in that heavenly dimension. And this means you can always go back to it, which is really, really good. And I see it going around. I see it going around you, Richard Rubich. You were just at my house the other day. Thank you. And so I appreciate you. I had so much fun with you. And so what does that feel like? Richard, let's go to Richard. Okay. Christina, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Gary.
You're going to feel good. How do you feel?
I feel wonderful and light and bright and healthy. I feel great.
Crazy feeling, right?
Yes, yes. Calm. I feel calm and at peace.
Let me ask you the question. How quiet's your head?
Oh, very quiet, very quiet. Not a worry in the world.
Is that crazy?
I love it.
Yeah. This is the gift of gifts, and we killed the demon of demons.
Thank
Okay? When you go to that white mountain, you go high enough to get rid of it. Okay? Now there's still a few more gifts we're going to get to get rid of these demons. So pay attention all the way through. Okay?
you. Okay,
All
thank
right.
you so much, Gary.
Hey, thanks. I want to go to Richard. Richard, so what did that feel like for you? Go to Richard Rubish if you would for me. What did that feel like? What did that feel like, buddy? And I seen especially when you got to,
Okay, Richard, unmute.
yeah, and I seen especially, oh, there we go. Hey, Richard. Hey, buddy. How are
Hey,
you?
how you doing, Gary?
Good. I missed
Good
you.
to see you again.
Yeah, I saw you the other day here. Well, anyway, so I saw you got that crown, and when you got that crown, it zapped you. It felt like I was empathing you, and it felt like you were electrocuted.
Yes.
What did
All
that
of a sudden,
feel
I
like?
just felt like this energy, like you said, almost like a electric
Electric.
energy. And then it just like a calmness came over me, and I started tearing up like really bad. And yeah, it was unbelievable. It was
Well,
like, wow.
yeah, well, see, when you go to the top of this dimension, here's what happened. The reason you started tearing up is because you got healed. So whatever your health things were going to do to like pop you next time, whatever, now they won't. Okay? When you go to this high part of this dimension, it gets rid of the things that make you get sick and or die. That's
Nice.
that's what I believe. And so that's the reason you felt that crazy, teary, almost electric. It was like when I felt I can empath everybody at one time. I feel what they feel, but I felt you, and it felt like you got electrocuted almost. It was like crazy,
Yeah.
right?
It was unbelievable. Yes.
Well, that's good. And so but anyway, you got crowned in that dimension, and so this is going to matter. You know, it's going to matter.
Thank you, Gary. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, appreciate you too. Appreciate you too, buddy. Love you. Had fun with you the other day too. That
Thank
was
you.
great.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. And so anyway, so I hope I'm making sense to you guys. I'm digging deep today. I'm talking about some serious things, only because they are serious. It's a big deal. And when you have something that's really attacking you, you really, and or your family, when do you care? Well, when your family gets attacked, you care, right? You get attacked, you care naturally. But if your family's getting beat up, oh my God. How many people's got family members getting their butts kicked all over the place? Yeah, a bunch of folks. Let me talk to Ryan. Let me talk to Ryan, and then let me talk to Leah A. How do I don't know how to say your name? How do you say, close? Okay. All right. Okay. And so let me
Elia.
talk to these two people. I'm going to go through people faster than I'm going. I'm sorry. And so Ryan, so you got family members getting their butts kicked. Tell me about it.
Absolutely. I had my brother, Matthew, he got attacked. He got attacked in the middle of the night. He went to the bathroom, tripped in, hit his face on the toilet. And when I connected with him, I saw I saw a bat hit him and then just a bunch of beating the shit out, beating the
That's
booty
okay.
out of him.
Yeah. No.
So my
Hey,
family is getting attacked.
yeah. Well, let me say, me too. Had the same
Yeah.
thing happen. Had the same thing happen. Right.
Yep.
And so I never tell you guys about how rough they beat me up sometimes. Right. And I had the same thing happen. I was on the bathroom floor I think I was on the floor for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, he basically woke
Ah,
up like it just like that about 4 or 5 hours later and was like,
uh-huh.
I can't get off the floor. I need help.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was like a paralysis. It was a type of being paralyzed. Did he say that?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Me too.
Yep.
Exactly that.
Yep.
Everybody, and I had my phone and I called everybody in the house, which is a whole bunch of people, and no one woke up,
Yep.
right? And I'm thinking, this is weird. And of course, I'm thinking about that old lady that fallen and she can't get up, right? And
Well,
I'm
where's the
thinking,
beef?
yeah, and I'm thinking I've fallen, I can't get up, and so, but it was really bizarre. I had the same exact thing happen. I
Yeah.
usually don't share my junk, but it was really bad, and I thought, what happened? What
That's
happened?
another way
And
to
then I
get you,
saw,
right? Another way
yeah,
to get you.
but I've seen these dark energies attack me, and that's what occurred. I had the same thing happen. So
Yep.
so these particular dark energies can actually reach out into the physical world and make you physically get sick and or die. Ouch. So this is a whole new thing. That's the reason I'm taking it so serious, is because I had a few of those things. I would have never brought that up. I would have never told you guys this in a million years, right? But
Absolutely.
but that happened
And it
to
continues
me.
to happen. Yeah. Continues to
Yeah,
happen.
that happened to me 2 weeks ago,
Yep.
right? And it was crazy. And everybody was freaked out, around me, But again, the same thing that got your brother. Let me look at your brother. Okay. Is this crazy? Are you guys waking up a little bit now? Are you guys going, what the hell? Right. So these are the things that I'm observing. These are the things I'm experiencing. These are the things I'm going through. These are the things I'm seeing you go through. And just like your thing with your brother, that's a big epiphany. So let me go there and clear him.
Please do, my
I
brother.
got I got rid of, I have to just do it myself. I can't get you the gifts right now, but I'm going to I got rid of 4 of these projecting, they're these demons of, you are the bad guy demon. I don't know if he has an ex relationship or someone around him is a female figure. Who's that?
He does have an ex relationship that
She hates him,
it's a love hate kind of thing, I think.
but
He's a
but
pretty
she
good guy, but she's a little more dominant. Yeah.
a little more.
Hmm.
Okay. And so, but I see all this hate coming from her.
Yeah.
So you guys be careful who you hating on. Be
Yes.
careful who you're hating on. And by the way, when you mess with people in this dimension, when you mess with people and your brother's a bright light, he's a nice person. And so he does everything for everybody in the world, right?
Yeah, absolutely does. He absolutely
Yep.
does.
He's just the nicest guy in the world.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see who he is. And so when you mess with people in this bright light, right? This is what I call instantly. I'm asking God, can I tell you? I can. Okay, instant karma for you.
Karma.
Yeah. And so you get an instant
Yes,
dose of it for yourself. But the
absolutely.
dose is magnified many times over. Ouch. So this is the dimension. This next to heaven dimension is where actually the karmic checks are cashed, if you would. Ouch. And so in this dimension, this is one of the most fascinating dimensions I've ever read through and tried to figure out, because it don't behave like any of the other dimensions. It's a total different science, right? And so in this dimension, but it's because of these nasty projections from Bielsa relationship he has, but these nasty projections and all the hate energies from her, um, loaded him up with these particular demons that are the bad guy demon. You see what I'm saying? See how this mess goes? Okay, I'm gonna let me clear the rest of it off your brother.
Please do. Thank
Say
you.
his first name for me.
Matthew.
Yeah. Who is Anthony or Tony?
I got my Uncle Tony. Uncle
Okay.
Anthony.
He's got some stuff going. Anyway.
Yeah, he had some demons.
Mm-hmm. Good guy. Tons of demons. There we go. I cleared him.
Yes. Thank you.
Go. Yeah. See how your sinuses up? You got real high when I cleared him.
Yeah, he did. I kind of took my body hit like a deep breath when you.
Yeah. So what happens is, see, and these demons affect everybody. I mean, so if you got family members and close in friends that are loaded, or if you're loaded, you're going to load it into the rest of your crowd. You see me? And so I cleared him, which is good. And now I'm clearing your brother. Say your brother's name one more time.
Matthew.
There we go. I got him. There we go. Look how you feel.
I feel tingly, like I'm all tingly, like.
But your feet are also warming up. Notice how hot
My feet are sweating.
Yeah. Okay. But I feel and I feel you're just getting warm from head to toe,
Yep.
and so is your brother. He won't have this problem anymore, and I see him really reaping a lot of good. Once you clear these demons off, guys, these particular demons block your good luck. They block your good karma. They block your manifestations. They block your health. They block. I mean, these things are really what hell's made of. And they bring it in, and there's a big ring of these damn things right before you get to the highest heaven. Of course there is, right? And so I can see all of God's universes. When I went to Zion Heaven, God gave me the gift of being able to see all of his universes. And I had this crazy high intellect for a while, which I hated. And so because my IQ went to like 800 or something stupid, I could remember every person I'd ever met in my entire life and their name. I can't remember the names if I met somebody 10 minutes ago, because I just meet a lot of people. But there's like, I had this crazy intellect. And it was really something, but I'm like, God, please take this gift back. And he says, well, I got to leave it there for a minute. He says, because you got to be able to clear all of my universes. Just like, that's what you got to do. From your angle on Earth. Okay, fine. Well, part of that was being able to see into this dimension. Now, finally, I got, in this dimension, once you guys learn how to clear this, it really is the keys to the kingdom, I think, because it's the dimension right next to heaven. And then it'll be much easier for you guys to just, thing can go to Zion Heaven as easy as I do in my head, right? And so I had to die a few times to get there. Well, you don't, if we can figure out how not to, what happens then? Well, then he told me, you live as old as Enoch. And I was like, really? And so this dimension is this freaky deaky dimension where I think it also increases your longevity. And I think it does all kinds of stuff. I just don't know what it does yet. Keep in mind, I've had about a month there. I've been working with this for about a real good solid month or maybe month and a half. And I'm trying to figure it out. And as I figure it out, I finally figured it out enough to where I can talk to you about it. And not sound like a total crazy person. And then I'm able to take your call, and then you're saying something totally relative. I'm talking to Christine, something totally relative. Everybody I talk to, you go, yeah, this is happening. This is happening. This is really happening to me and my world and my family. And so now then, God's giving you the spiritual gift. Here we go. You guys want to piggyback on this gift? This is a gift to kill this particular demon. And so you want to ask God for the spiritual gift to get rid of this demon, which is the demon that brings this horrible energy to you and blocks everything and messes up everything. And so you want to ask God, please give me the spiritual gift to get rid of this demon. What do we name this demon, Dean? What the hell is the demon's name? I can't remember it. Bizarrely, it left my brain.
Bad guy demon.
Bad guy demon. There we go. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank
And
you,
so
Michelle, because I was doing something technical, and I'm sorry, I wasn't paying.
that's okay. Thank you, Michelle. And so, so this bad guy demon. It's amazing it left my brain. But this bad guy demon, this gets rid of it. And it's a golden sword. You want to ask God, please give me the sword, God, to get rid of the bad guy demons.
God, please give me the sword to get rid of bad guy demons.
Okay, you got 2 on you. When I look behind you, you have 2 on you. Take that sword and whack them. You got them. You got them. There we go. That's kind of the way the sword looks. It really is. It's golden. And so there we go. Comes from Zion heaven. I see God going, yes. I rarely see God do that. Okay? I just then saw this. I saw God go, yes. Right? So the fact that you guys, that many of you guys got that sword to get rid of this badass demon that creates hells, that's a big deal. Now, Ryan, how warm are you right now?
I'm very warm.
What does that feel like?
I feel like energy's in my hand, and I'm starting to sweat, and my feet are like sweaty. Just my whole body's like really warm.
Yeah, you're loaded. You got gifts. You got, and I see, and what's really crazy, I see these gifts multiplying in all of your dimensions, all 10 of your dimensions. If you don't know what your 10 dimensions are, read this book again. Okay. But I see all 10 of your dimensions filling full. I had never seen this vision before, so I didn't know it did this. This particular gift fills full, and this sword goes to all of your higher selves through all of your 10 dimensions. Okay? It goes through all those 10 dimensions, and see how you're starting to feel like your body's getting warm all the way through it. It's like somebody's pouring a pitcher of hot water into your whole body.
Like I'm filling up. Almost like I'm filling up.
You're filling up, right?
Yeah.
And so because I see all of your dimensions are filling up with this spiritual gift. How cool is that?
God.
Yeah, so see, this is the first time I've ever talked to people about this gift in public. And so I see I'm just seeing the way it's working. And the way it's working is on a macro big level. How cool. How cool.
Love it. Thank you, God.
Yeah, thank you for delivering that. I know. And you always have you sent me these pyramids. Like, thank you again for the pyramids. How do people get a pyramid? Show me one.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Can you hold one up? There we go. These things. Oh my God. These are amazing. He sent me 2 of these things. They're freaky. You walk by it, it zaps you. You walk by it, you get high from it.
Yeah, they're great. I love them. I love them.
Yeah.
Little ones too, like this.
Mm-hmm. No, I know. I get high when you hold that up. That's pretty cool. That's really crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, buddy. I love you. Thank you.
I love you. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody.
Yeah. Appreciate you, buddy. That's really cool. This is so cool. You guys, I'm really, happy to say, go back to the gallery view so I can see everybody. And so when I look at you guys, I'm happy to say all of you guys got that gift. When I asked how many of them got it, I heard everybody got it. That's what I hear. And so, and with all of you guys getting that gift, that's a cool gift. So you got the gift to get rid of these bad guy projections when all of your closest dear friends and family, or whoever the hell you run into, points a finger at you and decides you're a bad guy. You could be a bad guy because you're Jewish. You could be a bad guy because you're a Boy Scout. I don't hardly connect the two, right? Hitler did. And so ouch. You could be a bad guy because you're white. You could be a bad guy because you're black. You could be a bad guy because you're Hispanic. You could be there's all kinds of things you could be a bad guy. You could be a bad guy because you're Southern Baptist. I was raised Southern Baptist. I thought they were all crazy. And so, but I'm like, you got to realize you could be a bad guy for anything. You could be a bad guy. If somebody just decides you're a bad guy and they're the king, Well, oh my God, you're the bad guy. You don't want to be on that side of the trade. So you got to be a little bit aware, but all you got to do is use this spiritual gift, and that keeps you out of that space. And that's all you care about, really. And then you're going to not be the bad guy, or at least you won't get these horrible projections from this whole bad guy routine. I sound like an idiot. I know I do, but it really does work this way. Isn't that wild that he talked about his uncle ended up on, or his brother, was it? I can't remember, on the bathroom floor,
Mhm.
and all these dark energies attacked him. I had the same thing. I really did. 4 hours. I never had that happen. I don't know what happened. I don't remember. I don't remember blacking out. I don't remember. Right? And so everybody was freaked out the next day, like, oh my God. And so, so what did that? What did that? Right? So these are the kind of dark energies. And so we got to protect each other, guys. We really got to, above all, whatever our differences are, get over your damn self. Don't worry about differences. Don't point the finger and say somebody's a bad guy. Okay? Point the finger and go, hey, you're a good guy. Let them be the good guy. It's okay. And so, but you guys are really getting it. You're really getting it. When I heard everybody got that gift, I was really happy. Usually, no, just never that, and I'll always ask the question, how many people got the gift? And I'll hear, 80%, 90%, whatever, 20%. But I heard all you guys got that gift. It's a golden sword. Use that golden sword, clear yourself every day so you don't ever become the bad guy. This is so important. And when you clear yourself, you'll also figure out that, you'll figure this out. You'll figure out that all the people that are pointing the finger at you and going, you're the bad guy, their fingers will fall off. They'll quit pointing the finger at you. And so many, many times families have discords where you're the bad guy or whatever, or workers or co-workers, whatever the deal is, or friends. And this will get rid of that energy that is created that makes that occur. I never could see this demon. Finally could see him in the last 2 weeks. Figured out how to get rid of him. Shared it with you. Can't wait to hear your stories next week. And so, because this will really, 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 really matter. Let me talk to Destiny. Destiny. There we go. Is that right? Did I say it right? I don't know if I said it right.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you have such a beautiful light around you. I'm seeing rainbows. I'm seeing all these rainbows around you.
Oh,
You know,
funny.
how come?
I don't know. That's funny.
Oh, okay. No, you're just all lit up. You got lit,
It's funny because my cat came up to me and she never wants to be held or cuddled either. So right before you said that, she came up and
It's like, hey,
yeah,
she's in your face, right? Suddenly the
is.
cat loves you. Yeah, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
that gave or whatever that gift was with the swords apparently really cleared some things off.
Yeah, because the cat's like, hey, I can hang with you now. Your
Right?
energy don't absolutely suck. It just anyway. That's so cool. That's cool. Animals know. Animals know. You know how I figured out. You know how I figured out how to clear this bad guy demon. So I woke up and my dog Gus sleeps with me, and he's this little white dog, and he's Michelle's dog's father, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I hear him going, "Arr!" And he never growled. I never heard him growl, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, what is up? Why is this dog growling, right? And I go to look, I think it's somebody in the room, what's up, And so, and as I'm waking up, I go to look, and he's up in this heaven dimension I'm talking about. And my higher self was getting attacked by one of these bad guy demons, right? And he's attacking the bad guy demon.
Huh.
So I'm realizing this dog can see more than I can, And so And so I go and ask God forgiveness and I kill the demon, right? And I'm going, wow, the dog can see that. So then it took me, about an hour to go back to sleep after I'm realizing that this dog is, doing more than just hanging out. And so for you to say your kitty just came over to you,
Yeah.
never, and that's unusual, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
It really is cool.
Yeah. So our animals are able to see in this next to heaven dimension. So what does that tell you about your animals, And what does that tell you about you? What does that tell you about me? Right? Like how amazing is this? Right? How amazing is this? And so that's like a cool little tidbit. I don't know why, I didn't know why I was so led to talk to you, but I looked at you and I saw these rainbows and stuff everywhere. Well, see, even your cat can see that. So you'll be able, you have two family members that hate your guts. Who is that?
I don't know. I'm wondering if it's my daughter's dad.
One of them.
I don't know the other one.
Somebody's jealous. Who's jealous of you?
Who knows?
Okay. Okay.
I was gonna. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, well, let me clear this off you first.
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to take your sword. It's a golden sword. Reach up and make sure you got it. There you go. God, give me the sword to get rid of the bad guy demons. There you go. There you go. There you go. You got it. Okay, now just clear around. There we go. You got it. Look how you feel now. Even better. See?
Yeah, I'm warm.
You got rid of 4 bad guy demons.
Thank you.
That's how easy. No, thank you. Thank you. And so, but getting rid of 4, that's a big deal. So now you'll find everything will go better. I don't know if you're getting a new car or not, but I see one. I see some different new things coming to you, and I see money that broke loose a money block for you too.
I was going to ask about love.
Okay.
If there's anything changing anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. You want it to?
It would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, are you looking for a soulmate? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it's just with a 2-year-old, I'm not actively out there, but if I cross paths with somebody, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Mm-hmm. You're really amazing. You'd be great. Let me, I think it's meant to be that you ask this question.
Okay.
Because guys, where are you connected if you have a soulmate? Guess where you're connected? You're connected in this dimension that's called next to heaven dimension. Because if you have your soulmate, you don't care about anything. If you have your soulmate, you don't care if the world blows up. You are okay because you got your soulmate. Because and why is that? How come you feel that way? Why does it, what makes that happen? Well, this dimension is the most interesting dimension I've ever seen. And this is where you find your soulmates. And we'll spend a whole show on finding soulmates. Okay? And so I want you, though, to be one of the first. Ask God for the spiritual gift to find your soulmate in this high next to heaven dimension. Ask God. Ask God. Say, God, please give me the gift to find my soulmate.
Please give me the gift to find my soulmate.
There we go. How warm is your hand?
It's warm. My cheeks are too.
Yeah, one of your hands is real warm. Which hand?
My right one.
Okay, because you're holding hands with your soulmate right now in that dimension. How cool is that? Your soulmate, right? I'm your soulmate. Isn't that cool?
It is.
You can feel it though. You can feel it. It's just crazy. Feel it?
Mhm.
And so, and I've always wondered how come I know when I see people and they happen to be soulmates. Dean and Michelle, I could tell they were soulmates.
Thank
Dean
you,
and
Gary.
Michelle, yeah, but you and Dean met in a showroom. Dean was running mics that night in a showroom in Las Vegas, and
Your
and
show.
yeah, and he was taking questions, and Michelle raised her hand, and he went over, and she goes, Gary, where's my soulmate? And I heard Dean is your soulmate, and so I said,
Yep.
Dean is your soulmate
Mhm.
for real. And of course, the crowd laughed because they thought I'm just trying to get Dean lucky, you know. Beautiful, you know, you know, beautiful girl, you know, whatever. And so, um, so they got together, they hung out for a minute, whatever. 10 years passes. I see her at the
Yep.
next show. We're at some I
A
don't know, a
seminar,
workshop.
Tahiti Village.
It
in
was
Los
a, it was a
Angeles.
yeah, it was a seminar. And so
Mhm.
you asked me the question again,
Yep.
where's my soulmate? And there's no way in the world I can remember one person out
Right.
of a million, right? And I said, but I have a psychic memory, which is really weird, and it'll kick in. And
Yep.
I said, I told you 10 years ago, Dean was your soulmate.
You
I
sure
don't know.
did.
And I said, I don't know what the hell you've been doing with your time, but I know the idiots he's been through because I suffered through them, you know.
Yep.
And you were like, oh yeah, I had some idiots too. I said,
Uh-huh.
I said, you should just go home with him and never leave. So she
I
did.
did.
She
And I
did.
did.
Yeah. I got ready to leave town and go to the next city for the tour. I said,
Yep.
Dean, we're going this and that. And he goes, I'm going to stay here for a few days. Anyway,
Yep. He did.
yeah. So there you are. And so there's a vibration that I'm able to see when people have that soulmate connection. I'm also able to clear the energy, and you can get the spiritual gift to get the soulmate. I never knew what dimension this came from. I have to tell you, I didn't understand the science of it. I usually do. Most of the time I understand how come, why, how's that work? Show me, give me the gift, whatever. Most of the time I understand all that. If any of you guys want a soulmate, go to my gallery view one more time. I just want to see everybody. And so if anybody is looking for a soulmate, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're looking for a soulmate, okay? Raise your hand. Okay, I want you to simply ask God for the spiritual gift to hook you up in this high dimension. And this high dimension is next to heaven dimension. God, hook me up in the next to heaven dimension. And even if you're with your soulmate and you want it to be that vibration that it used to be when you guys were like, woo, woo, right? Like that vibe, you'll find that you can also do that. I see Santina laughing. My friends. And so, but you want to ask God, give me the gift, give me the gift. And so, to give me the gift to allow that to happen. Let me talk to, I got to talk to Santina. I'm going to come right back to you. Okay. I'm going to come back to you. Let me talk to Santina. There we go. And so there we are. Where are you at? Unmute.
Thank you,
Let me
Michelle.
go to Santina. There we are. All right.
Oh, the
Hey.
dogs are going nuts. I'm sorry.
That's okay. They're probably freaking just like the cat. Anyway, so I'm just saying, so you and your beautiful husband, say his name.
JP.
Say it again.
JP.
How warm are you?
Completely. Feverish.
Okay. And there's JP. There we are. Right? And JP feels really warm in his groin.
Always.
No, but I'm telling you. And so you guys now have the same vibration you had when you were young lovers 1,000 years ago. And it wasn't quite 1,000. It was more like 5. But you have a family. You have a bunch of beautiful kids. I love them all. And so
They love
I know you. And so, but you guys have the same vibe right now. And I see you holding hands, embracing, kissing, and even more. It looks like a crazy porn movie in my head. And so, but I see you guys connected in this dimension, which is the next to heaven dimension. And I've never done this with anyone. And so there's a reason I'm picking on you now is because I can see this. And so tell me how you both feel right now.
Like we want to leave this meeting and
Yeah. All right. Good.
Really hot, man. Really hot.
Yeah. All right.
4
Right
days at
answer.
once.
Yeah. Right answer. Is that crazy?
that's super
Right.
crazy.
That's marketable. I finally got a job.
Heck yeah.
There we go. That's marketable. And but I can tell, I'm empathing you guys, so I can feel how you feel. And I'm like,
Yeah.
huh, wow. Right. So when you guys when you were first hanging out, was it rather much, was it like that? Was it like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Well,
It was
okay.
lots of
Now,
fun.
Yeah. Well, now it's that way again.
Thank you,
Thanks in advance.
Gary. Thank you, God.
Is that crazy? So, and this is the first person, you're the first people I've worked on that has this, but what God explained to me in this next to heaven dimension is where you get it from or you get it back from, you see. And so
Yeah.
how long you guys been together?
been married 24 years, together 27.
Well, you don't look that old, but anyway, but it's like, but hey, that's good. I hear this is like 3 months in. So
yeah.
so you gotta let me know. You gotta let me know. But this is but so
Just the details, right?
yeah. No. Yeah.
You might get pregnant.
Oh my God, no.
Oh yeah,
Not gonna happen.
yeah. Have me some more babies. That's perfect. And so but you can feel the energy.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm trying to
beautiful.
think. I have never felt anything quite like this. So
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, like in all of my experience and all the things I read, I hadn't seen this, but this is so this new dimension that we're bopping into, guys, that all you guys are privy to, that you're getting these spiritual gifts. Don't just think, oh, that's nice, I got a new gift. Don't realize that this gift will save your butt because it gets rid of the you're the bad guy. It does all kinds of things. It does all kinds of things, and also it helps you find a soulmate if you need one, and it helps you also reunite in a crazy way with the soulmate you already got, and so I can't wait to, you guys got to tell me a story. Tell me next week.
We will. We definitely will. Thank you
Everybody's
so
like,
much.
I love you guys. Appreciate
We
you. Tell the
love
kids,
you.
tell
We
the
love
kids
you
hi.
more.
Okay, let me get back to Destiny. I know I'm all over the place. And so there we are. Interesting, right? So you now have two people already showed up in your spiritual dimension, and that are soulmate material. Okay.
Okay.
Hell, all you need is one.
I just one.
Yeah,
Like
but you got
been going pretty well last year. Just that's my hiccup.
What is it? Tell me again.
Just I said everything else has been going pretty well in my life last year. It's just love's missing, and that would be great.
I heard not anymore. And if you saw, again, this is like, this is like the porn channel, but I mean, if you saw the visions I see in my head, yippee, okay. And so, but you're going to be, it feels like but it does seem like you find your soulmate, and you will probably, not probably, you'll have, a couple of different options. And so, how quiet's your head?
It's really quiet.
Yeah, there you go. When we get rid of this particular demon and we clear this dimension of next to heaven dimension, guys, it would be like working for 3 weeks meditating, clearing your energy. So this is really the keys to heaven. It's the keys to the high heaven. And so we're going to learn a lot more. This dimension does all kinds of things. I don't know what and all it does. I'm learning every day. But as I learn, I'll tell you guys. And so, but the biggest thing is to get rid of the bad guy demon so that you're not the bad guy. I'm not the bad. Nobody's, it's not like we got these, dark energies and people that are getting all possessed up and doing these crazy stuff. And so there you go. So, okay. You guys, I heard right then, tell her you love her. I love you. And so, you can feel love coming from you now. You have a vibration of love. That's the reason your cat come over. Damn, the cat's like, wow, who are you? So pretty wild, right?
Yeah.
Pretty wild. There we go. I love you. You take care. And I heard you tell you I love you because I really do. I feel love to you. And so thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. God, this is crazy. When I was going through the whole soulmate thing, go back to the gallery view. I keep on doing that, but I just want to see all you guys. And so there's like there is, when I look at you guys, and you are like You know, how many people felt something through the soulmate thing? You did. You felt something. A lot of you guys felt things. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Jonathan, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. See how you're
Which
doing.
Jonathan? Jonathan Ronald or
Jonathan.
Jonathan?
Yeah. Yeah. That one, Ronald. Yeah. There we go. Uh-huh.
Get
Yeah.
him.
Yep.
There we go. Unmute, buddy. There we go. And so you, with the soulmate thing, you felt something, right?
Yeah, even though I'm not really looking for a soulmate, I found my hands get really, really hot when you said that as soon as you find your soulmate, you don't need anything more.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. Good, good, good. And I'm just going to point out something. Turn your head for me from to the side so I can see your ear. Look how red his ear is, guys. You catching that? You see that?
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, your left ear. And see what happens is your left ear will catch on fire when your angels or God, I hear God talking to you. Okay? And when I hear God talking to you, he says, I'm with you every day.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you meditating, talking to God now? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was actually my question as well. I want to hear my angels and God better and louder.
Well, there you are. You turn the volume up in your own ear.
Good.
Anytime your ear goes red like that, turn it back over here. Let me see your ear again. That's freaky, guys, right? Look how his ear is like red. And so when your ear goes red like that, that means your angels, in your case, God himself is talking to you. So you asked for the gift of being able to hear him clearer. Now you will. And so you can even go back to last week and the week before we were working on the spiritual gifts, and we had the little kid with the big ears, your
Yes.
child spirit. That
Yeah.
really enhanced your hearing and your seeing. And you got 4 child spirits. And if you guys didn't get these gifts, go back in the archives and look in, if you're not a part of the online club, join the club so you can go back and dig all this out of the archives. And so, but this is a spiritual gift where you get 4 child spirits. Your child spirit of hearing, seeing, knowing, and feeling. There you go. See the kid with the big ears? And so that's what your ears are. And so then the kid with the big eyes. And so that's the vision. The kid that's pointing to his head, he's the knowing. And then the little girl, rubbing your belly, that's the feeling. She's feeling things. And so, but those are your 4 child spirits, but they're you. And so you'll be able to feel all that. And so where I'm talking to you, what city, what country are you in again?
In Sweden.
You're in Sweden. Okay, cool. Good, good, good. Again, you have all these rainbows above your head. So
Good.
you're much like her. So if you have a cat, they'll come over and love you again. And so, but I see these rainbows above your head. Really, I do. And the rainbows are sort of, they sort of signify Zion heaven. So as we went up into this dimension before heaven dimension, it obviously allows Zion heaven to bleed into you and you bleed into it. How cool. Again, I'm learning this for the first time. I don't have any experience in this. This is me seeing it for the first time and seeing how this dimension operates, how it works. It's the most interesting dimension I've ever seen, and it does more things than I've ever seen. But it can deliver up a soulmate. It can also get rid of all the nasty. That's what I see above your head. And so when that happened with a gal a minute ago, her cat comes over who don't ever pay her any attention. It's like, hey, I'll hang with you now, girl. You're looking good, And so, but I see you looking beautiful. This is particularly around your heart, and so which will allow your heart to open and connect you with the vibration of soulmate people. You may find soulmate friends, you may find soulmate relatives, you might find soulmate romantic relationships, whatever. But you can have many different. You can have soulmate animals. So there's a lot of different things that fall into this soulmate category. These are beings, live beings of some sort, that are supposed to be in your life in this next to heaven dimension. And so what will show up? I don't know. I don't know. I have no experience in this dimension. This is like, a few weeks in. But this will bring you stuff that is crazy, crazy good. And so I see you're looking good. You don't have any haters on you. That's good. That's also rare. So I want to be you when I grow up. And so there you go. No haters. How cool is that? So very good, buddy. Talk to you soon. You feel good? How
Thank
do
you
you
so
feel?
much, Gary. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel really good. Very hot and really good.
good. Good. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you.
Hey, thank you lots. Thank you lots. And so it's pretty wild. Michelle, what do you think of this new dimension? It's a trip, right?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah.
Right?
It's really interesting. I love that
Can
you're
you,
talking about it. This feels
yeah,
more
can
like
you,
a master class.
it really does feel like a master class, but I had to share it with you guys. I
That's
just
good.
had to tell you guys about it because I think it affects each and every one of you.
Yeah.
Who
I
don't
think
need
we
more
all
love?
needed it.
Yeah, who don't need more love in their life? Who don't need your relationship? If you got a relationship with your soulmate, who don't need the volume turned up? You
Yeah.
know, I mean, what's wrong with that one? And so, if you're looking for, you might not even be thinking you're looking for a soulmate, but if one shows up, it's not like you're going to, throw them out of bed for eating crackers. I mean, it's like you're going to be pretty happy they're there. And so, but it's like that. And I want to talk to Marta. I don't know,
Marta, yeah.
ZLUBO. I don't know, whatever.
Marta
I don't know.
Smolowska. Yeah, she has actually an update. She's one of the testimonials.
Got him up.
Slubowska. My name is Slubowska.
Oh, I can say
Hello,
that.
Marta.
Shlowaska. I can say it. There we are. Perfect, girl.
Here you
And so,
go. There you go.
yeah, but I see you actually, I hear, got every single gift that I talked about all night.
Oh my
You
gosh,
got,
really?
yeah, you got every single gift. I hear you got all the gifts. And so,
Oh, that's wonderful.
I see an array of swords around you, and I feel really, really great about you. You just feel good to me. And so, anyway, what did you want to talk about? What's the update? What's going on?
Well, thank you so much. I was actually tearing up very much when you were talking about the soulmate. I guess it touched me. It just like started crying.
Oh, well, the reason
But
you started crying, let me go there.
yeah.
The reason you started crying is because you're going to find a soulmate that heals you. You're going to find a soulmate that completes you. You ever notice when, people have their soulmate, their real soulmate, the person really does finish your sentences. They do all the things that you're bad at. They can do. I know Dean, you and Michelle are that way,
Hey.
and so, but that's what it's like. I mean, I know Tenoch and Adriana are that way, and so it's like it's a magical thing where it's like the person completes you.
Mm.
And so, and with you, I see you getting healed from this. And so, but what dimension do you connect with your soulmate? In other words, how do you bump into your soulmate at the mall? How do you, find your soulmate going through traffic? How do you find your soulmate in a restaurant, a bar, or this, or that, Match.com, whatever, right? How do you do that? How does it hook up? In this dimension of the next to heaven dimension, that's how it hooks up. In this dimension. So the more you clear this dimension, right? Float to the top of it,
Mhm.
you'll find you're there. You're already there. You're there. You got all the gifts. You'll be fine.
So is it like with the clearing and also with your projection of love yourself, like you were mentioning with Destiny
Yeah,
that she was love, you wanted to tell her you loved her and
I
things like
did.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, because I did. I
you
do.
love. Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
Did she project love? Yeah.
yeah, she had something on her blocking her love. Even the cat noticed.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
And so that's what that is. And so, but with you, when I look at you, I'm okay. I'm looking at all your higher selves. A lot of them are backwards in their body and they're flipping around. In other words, like face on, and they flipped around. And so I see all of your higher selves face on, glowing
Oh.
with this light coming from your chest and your whole body, which is a projection of love.
Oh.
And so when you walk around, somebody's gonna go, "Hey, how you how you doing?" And so this is what attracts and allures and sucks in a soulmate.
Okay.
You see, now now you could be like Dean and Michelle and wait 10 years and be too damn dumb to get it. You know,
Yeah.
sorry, oops, sorry guys.
I could.
Yeah, or you
I've
could,
probably already been doing it because I've been divorced for 20 years. So I've been probably doing it already.
well, maybe because you could be hung up on the old idiot,
Yeah.
or you could think I made such a bad choice I don't trust myself. I think
Well,
that's
can I ask something? Well, the old idiot was actually my daughter. I have a daughter. Remember, I don't know if you remember, we were kind of clearing her from her dizziness a couple weeks
right.
ago.
Oh,
And I
good.
wonder if there's some connection with that as well, with him. She doesn't have the greatest relationship with him because of
Who
some.
does? Who does?
Yeah, well, he's a little strict about different things, and so it's
Yeah.
been difficult.
Who? But I go back to who does. I keep on hearing
Yeah.
the same thing
Could
over and
you
over
clear
and
that
over.
relationship between her and her father?
We don't have that much time. I'm joking, but
Oh,
it's like, in other words, no, but he has a lot of hate,
yeah.
and he thinks the world is a world according to him,
Yes.
and he's got about 200 bad guy demons,
Oh gosh.
right? And so
Yeah.
you do it, you clear it. Take your bad guy demon sword that you got earlier, and clear above him. Clear all this off. Your feet are hot, your hands on fire, your sinus is open. You got bright all the way from your head to your toe. You feel slightly teary. You feel warm all the way down your arms now. Now you feel hot all the way to your feet. You're starting to sweat a little bit. I can see it on your face. You now can suddenly get your breath. Your lungs opened up. Your brain feels like it expanded, and now you can hear better through your. Feel all that going on.
Yeah, sure.
You can feel
Does
all
it,
that, right?
well,
Yeah,
yes. Will that help my daughter as well?
of course. You
Yes.
cleared all his demons off.
Because
Feel how
she's
you
still kind
feel
of
how
dizzy
you.
a little bit.
Okay, no. Look how. See how you feel dizzy. Right now, you felt a little dizzy.
A little bit, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're empathing her now. Clear her. Okay, she's responding to his bad guy demons and pointing the finger back at him and saying he's the bad guy.
Oh,
You're the
okay.
bad guy. No, you're the bad guy. No, you're the bad
I
guy. No,
see.
you're the bad guy. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
it's true.
so that's what that is. Clear her. Okay, she had about, oh, I don't know, 50 or 60 of them. There we are.
Oh my gosh.
Now look how you can breathe. Feel the difference?
I'm getting shivers throughout my body.
But you can feel the difference. See, you can totally breathe now. And so can she. She'll get rid of, she also has panic attacks, right?
Yes.
Yeah, now she won't. I
Oh.
seen like all these panic attack demons go flying off all over the place.
Mm.
How about that? Look how you feel. Look how, see, you cleared your daughter, you cleared the idiot. Okay, now move on with your life and find your soulmate. Okay.
Okay. Thank
All
you
right.
so much, Gary. I love you. Thank you so much.
Hey, I love you back. I love you back. In this dimension, once you clear it too, is you do feel love. You kind of go, wow, I feel love. How does that work? I don't know. It just does. Yeah.
Yes.
So you're beautiful. Thank you again. Thank
Oh,
you again.
thank you so
That's
much,
good.
Gary. Love you.
Yeah, I do love you. And so I'm moving through and I'm spending a little extra time tonight. I'm sorry I'm going long, guys, but it's like, I just feel like we have a lot to say about this. And so once I'm able to have a breakthrough thing going on spiritually, I always want to get it to you guys. Let me talk to my friend Wally. Wally, what you doing? I want to see how you feel. What'd you get with all this? What could you see with all this? Wally can see pretty clear. He can actually see stuff and see what's going on. There we go. Oh, no, there we are, Wally. There you go. You're taking off in the other room. There we go.
Yeah, there. Can you hear
Hey.
me?
Yeah, I can. What did you get out of all that? What did you get out of all that? I'm always interested in your take on things.
Lately I've just been really feeling beaten up, but after going through all of this, I just feel so much better. I feel
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen the spiritual gifts that go into this dimension. I've never seen anybody that feels better. Like everybody that I worked on with this, I use all my little test subjects around me to figure it out, and they're all like, "Oh my God." And they've never felt better,
Right.
they're like really, and so, and me too. And so, in this dimension, keep in mind, this is a dimension where they make you sick or kill you. And so, so this is a dimension worth clearing. And so, but as you cleared all that junk off of you, I look at you, and I see how bright you are. The back of
Right.
your head, your God cord is on fire. The back of your head is really lit up,
Yeah,
right?
right. I feel like we lost our dog about 3 weeks ago.
Sorry.
And ever since that, I have just been feeling miserable. So I'm pretty confident that this is going to take care of that, and I'm going to get
Okay.
on with my life.
Well, there you go. Good, buddy. Good. I'm sorry you
So,
lost your pooch.
yeah.
Oh, but
Can you tell me how she's doing?
oh, well, here's what I see. With dogs are kind of funny. My father was a dog trainer, so I know kind of a lot about dogs. And I'm a dog person, and Dean and Michelle are dog people. It's kind of like that. And so, but you guys, when I look at you, I see your dog, and instead of seeing an old dog, how old was she?
16 and a half.
Wow, so she was old.
Yeah,
Instead of seeing,
we took care of her.
yeah, well, instead of being 16 and a half, she's a puppy.
Okay.
Okay. And she's showing me anytime I get this vision, it means your dog will come back. And so
Okay.
if you want your dog back,
Yeah.
you can get your dog back. And I see a little like, a little hobo thing with a stick and a little,
Yeah.
I see that vision, and your
Okay.
dog's got this little hobo thing. And so, and that simply means your dog is willing to come back to you. And
Okay.
so your dog is willing to come back to you. You find a litter of puppies. You feel good about it. You put your hand over the head of all these little puppies, and you'll put your hand over one puppy, and your hand will catch on fire. You'll feel the
Okay.
heat. That's your dog.
Yeah.
And that's how you find it. And so,
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
And so,
I have a feeling she's with my sister. I think my sister's, is she taking care of her?
I see your sister. Yeah, yeah. I see your sister.
Okay.
She's holding a puppy. She's not holding your dog. She's not holding the old
Okay.
dog. She's holding a
She's
puppy.
holding
So
a new puppy. Okay.
yeah, yeah. And so obviously you're going to find a new puppy that's going to end up being that dog. And so
Okay.
which is really crazy. My dad was a dog trainer, so I always teach my dogs to do elaborate tricks. And so Dean had this dog that he lost, and I'd taught that dog to do all kinds of tricks. And anyway, he ended up getting a new dog that was the old dog, right? And
Okay.
as a little tiny puppy, this little tiny puppy knew all these elaborate tricks I had taught the old dog. And Dean had taught the old dog. How cool is that? And so
That
everybody's
is
like,
cool.
oh
Yeah.
my God, that's the same dog, because it would run up the stairs, it did a little thing, it would fetch things this way, it would do all these things. And so it was really pretty amazing. And I've
Okay.
seen that happen time and time and time and time again as I help people get their dog back. But your little dog come back to you. All you gotta do
Okay.
is want it. All you gotta do is want it. And all you gotta do is just ask God about it. You can see God as easy as I can.
Yep.
And so all you do is just you tell
Yeah.
God, and you'll get your pooch back,
Yeah.
and it's that simple. You'll
Good.
feel that.
And so I got all the spiritual gifts tonight.
And then some, I hear.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Good.
you totally did. There's yeah, wow, you are in good shape. Lord, I've never seen you glow so much after getting gifts. You got this same
Yeah.
thing going. You got these Zion heaven rainbows, and they're all around
Okay.
you. You can see them.
I
See
can
them in
see
your
him.
head.
Yeah. I can
You
see
can see
him.
them. And so this is the vision I was seeing around people. So this gets you up to Zion heaven, which is the brightest heaven. This is cool. When you have that kind of energy running through your body, this is the energy of Enoch, Methuselah, Noah.
Wow. Okay.
And so these are the energies that give you crazy longevities. And so great to know. Great to know. And so,
Good.
Again, this is a book. I hadn't read this book yet. Certainly hadn't wrote the book yet, but I'm seeing these new things happening. And in this dimension, I couldn't just wait and not share it with everybody. And I could wait for a spiritual retreat, or I could wait, but I wanted to get this out there to you guys because you need it right now, because these bad guy demons are really on the planet prevalent. You already cleared all that. There's nothing for me to clear. Frankly, you did it. Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And that meditation where we got those 4 child spirits, that really improved my talking to God. I mean, it's like he's right. I'm talking like he's right with me. I can hear him and see him.
Right then he said it. Right then, if you notice Wally's left ear getting red, right then, look at that. Look at that. See it, guys? Okay. That's crazy. And so that's because right then I heard God tell you, that's because I am.
Okay.
So he's right here with me. And then I heard God's voice, and God's voice says, that's because I am. And then I look at your ear, and your ear's on fire. So there we go.
Yeah, it is.
Crazy. Anytime your left ear gets really red, guys, and gets really hot, that means that your angels or God himself is talking to you. So all you do is just give it a beat, give it a minute, relax into it, and you'll hear what God's trying to tell you. Okay. Simple as that. Good. Well, we learned a lot. We learned a lot tonight, right? Tonight was one of the...
We sure did.
Yeah. Yeah, I just had all this stuff in me that I had to share with you guys, and I'm so happy that you're listening, and I really appreciate you being here. This is going to matter. It'll change your lives. You're going to get bright. If you don't have anything better to think about, project good light to me. Okay? Just go, Gary, have some light. Gary, have some love. That's good. And I'll do the same back at you. That's crazy. I can see your faces. I love you, Wally. I do love you. I can feel you. That's really weird. It opens up something where you can feel love better. It's really wild. It's really, really wild that it's that way. And so, Michelle, who you got? You got people in your face screaming. Who is it?
Oh my gosh, I got a lot of people. Okay. Yes, let me go ahead and go to Terry Peterson real quick.
I love her. I saw her earlier. Hey, my girl. How are you?
Hey, Terry. We miss you. Looking good.
Hi.
Hey, big
I've
kiss.
just been like really sick. It's kicking my butt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
About 5-6 weeks.
Oh, wow. Okay. See,
I
that's
seem to get better, and then it goes again.
No, this dimension is where people get sick, and die, or whatever. Well, I don't want you to die, and I don't even want you to be sick, but this is the dimension. In the lower part of this dimension, it really is the dimension of death. Yikes. Okay, so I want you to. Okay, I'm just going to do it. Okay, I'll tell you what I did after I do it, because they told me to do it, because I got to get rid of. I'm getting rid of a bunch of dark energies. I'm pulling them out of your physical body. You got dragon demons on you. I'm getting rid of a 7-headed dragon. That thing's nasty. There we go. I cut off 7 heads, gutted it, and you flew out of it. There we go. See, you can breathe now. Feel it? There we go. Different. Good. There we are. There we are. One lung went bright. The other lung went bright. There we are. Head went bright. Okay. God's pouring holy water into your head. Imagine God's pouring a pitcher of blue holy water, kind of rainbow colored holy water, into the top of your head and filling up your body. Okay. And so he's filling up your body with this blue holy water. There we go. Now it's rainbow colored. There we are. Allow it. Now, when I look at you in the spiritual dimension, I see it looks like you're leaking. You got little holes in your aura and you're leaking. It's almost like you look like one of these things you water plants with, right? And so you're leaking. And so here we go. And so as this holy water fills up with your body, it's stopping up the holes in your aura that's allowing all of your energy to leak out of your body, okay? And so that's the gift that God's using on you. Understand, I turn this over to God. I'm letting him heal you instead of me. I'm just narrating, okay? He's giving you a ball of light. Oh, wow, this is interesting. He's giving you a ball of light that looks like a gridded earth. It looks like a grid, okay? And he's putting this ball of light in your chest. He's putting one in your head, one in your belly, 3 in your belly. How's your belly been? And so, rough?
On and off.
Yeah, okay, there we go. It's getting warm now. Feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Good. And so there we go. I see you getting a golden spine. I see you getting a golden skeleton. Okay. A golden skeleton is a really cool gift. And this will really matter. Okay. And so the demons will be afraid to get in you because the golden skeleton freaks them out. Right. And so, but I see this golden skeleton. I see it going all the way from your head to your toes. There we go. And now I see you going up to the top of this dimension, which is the next to heaven dimension. And I see your crown that a lot of people got this earlier. For some reason, it didn't go to you. And so now it did. So now it did. Okay. So this crown from this on this next to heaven dimension just went on your head. Okay. And so there we go. Ah, how does that feel? Feels good, right?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, good. Now then, I want you to ask God for your healthy higher selves, please. Say, God,
God,
may I have.
please give me my healthy higher selves, please.
Okay, now then, you got a bunch of healthy higher selves. There's one that went into your body, two that went into your body, three that went into your body, four that went into your body, five that went into your body, six that went into your body, and now they just keep on coming in like bam, 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 bam. It looks like that to me in my vision. Okay, and so now you feel strength, you feel strong, you feel light, feels better. Feel how you feel like wow, you know, like you got your light back in you. How cool is that? You know. There we go. Now you got a big God matrix that showed up in your head and your chest all the way down to your toes. Perfect. Good. Now in the room where you sleep, it got a giant God matrix in it. Okay? So there's this giant God matrix that showed up in your bedroom. Nice. Okay? And so this means like when you go to sleep, you'll feel this healing, and I see you just healing. Okay? Feel how you're getting warmer and warmer and warmer inside, changing. See that? There we go. There, it looks like that. That's how it looks. And so I just see you getting brighter and brighter and brighter, lighter and lighter and lighter, more healing and more healing and more healing. And there's like, even though you drink a lot of water, right? Yeah. All right. Drink it. Yeah. Even though you drink a lot of water, for some reason, you're slightly dehydrated.
Okay.
Okay. And I know you're a pharmacist. I know, and your background is medical. What makes that happen? What makes it, and I've read a lot of people who have that going on lately, and I had it going on for a minute. And so even though I drink a ton of water, I was slightly dehydrated, and I sensed that. Is there something that makes that happen?
I think some people just can't absorb it into their cells. Iron
Okay.
5.
Ion 5. That's what I was gonna say. Minerals.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense because I started doing Ion 5. I wasn't doing it for a minute, and then all of a sudden, I had
Good
something
job,
that Michelle, yeah, and started doing it, and it absolutely worked. Yeah, and so there we go. Perfect. How quiet's your head, Terry?
Say that again.
How quiet's your head?
It's quiet, but I still have this band of pressure.
Okay, hang on. Lighter?
A little bit.
Okay, how about now? There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I've seen all these demons fly out of your head that
Yeah.
were creating that band of pressure. You got one on your throat. I cleared it. One on your chest. I cleared it. One on your belly. I cleared it. There we go. All the way down. There we go. How you feel now?
Better.
Good. Good.
It's been a long haul.
So sorry. So sorry. You're gonna feel better. I see you glowing all over. Go rest. When you rest, you're gonna just heal quick. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I feel you.
Love you too.
This dimension allows you to feel love. It's crazy because I feel appreciation, and I actually feel love. I feel a lot of love. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all the projections of love and light, and I project love and light back at you. There we go. There we go. Michelle, who we got?
Thank you, Gary. I've got Chet Friedman, and Anna. Oh, I hope Anna, you're feeling better. Go ahead and unmute.
Hey, my girl. How are you guys?
Hi, Gary.
Hey, guys. Hey, how's it going? What's your question?
Well, Anna's been getting her butt kicked. Yesterday, she took a spill, and we ended up in the emergency room.
So sorry.
Before that, she's been having some pain in her foot and her thumb. If there's any way you could clear
You know,
Clear.
it's really weird in this dimension. If you're, we're cracking through and moving up into this dimension. If you move up into the bottom realm of it, you'll end up having these stupid little health things, or you'll end up on the bathroom floor for a few hours, or something stupid. Talking about thumb things. See my Band-Aid? I got a little ragged Band-Aid. I need more Band-Aids. But it's like you are on the bottom part. In other words, like you're such a bright light, and this bottom part of this dimension is a dark dimension, and this is where you get sick and or die, right? Well, you don't want to and or die, and you damn sure don't even want to get sick. And so let me move you up to the top of this, okay? Is that all right? And so here we go. Boy, she's special. She's really special. You got a lot of people who love you. She does, right? People just
4
love her.
years of soulmate with this lady.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Well, she's amazing. She's amazing. And I see I see all the love. That's what I'm saying. I just see all the love. And so there we go. There we go. Your thyroid's off. I don't know if you know that. Do you take thyroid medication?
No.
Check it. Okay.
Okay.
This is causing.
Could you check her meds? She takes a lot of post-transplant. She's a kidney transplant of 6 years of kidney.
Okay. She's looking pretty good. Yeah. That's not your issue. Thank God, right? Yeah. So no, looking good. Looking good. There we are. I don't feel it. But your thyroid's off. Check your thyroid. Okay. And so that'll help you out a little bit. Because I see it way off, and it's off. It's not off all the time. It's off part of the time. Sometimes it's just way off the charts bad, and sometimes it's kind of more normal. I don't know what's making that occur. It could be some of the medications. So it could be. So these. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes, because some of my medications can give false readings on certain blood work and stuff. So
Okay, there we go. Well, that's what I'm reading. And so, and that's what you said. You asked me that question. I answered it wrong, which is simply, yes, some of the medications are doing things to your endocrine system. So this is affecting some of your glands, specifically for you, your thyroid. So just get some work done, and you might get a time study done on it, a little bit more extensive, to where you go to an endocrinologist and they check it this week, check it 2 weeks, check, roll along like that a little bit to figure out what's really going on. But I think it's your meds, and so that's kind of going on, and that is a medication thing. But as far as your kidney looks good, and so that feels really good. And when I said that, your hands got warm. You felt that? You felt that? Your hands got a little warm? Yeah, that just means I told you the truth. Okay? And so, yeah, you're very much an empath. You can feel everything. Love bug, beautiful person. Your heart's glowing. I see all these rainbows above your head. There we go. Now you're looking good. And I got you floated up to the reason I say all these rainbows above your head is because you floated up to like the highest heaven, Zion heaven. And you went to the top part of this dimension, which is the next to heaven dimension. The lower part of this dimension is the hell dimension, is kind of like a hell dimension where it's like death and sickness. But now you're up on the top part, which is where you want to stay. And so there you go. All those spiritual gifts you got tonight will totally work for you. Easy to do. He's really gifted. He's sort of a freak of nature. You're psychic too, right, sir? Don't you see visions?
Yeah, a little bit. You should help me. You've been helping me for the last couple of years.
Oh, I have. Okay.
Ojai was life-changing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Because I can see, the retreat in Ojai was life-changing for me too. That was just amazing. That was really great. I look forward. We're figuring out a spiritual retreat now. And so you guys, we're working on our dates for the spiritual retreat. If you're interested in coming to the spiritual retreat, it'll be in North Carolina, and we're working on those dates. And we'll figure it out in the next minute here, and we'll let you know. But wasn't that a great retreat? Oh my God!
I had a lot of time in Ojai as a young man, the streams and all that stuff. So we did a lot of camping there. We used to live close by.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Well, I just see you really, really glowing. You are you moved up to, as soon as I got her up to this higher part of this next to heaven dimension, you went right with her. So you guys are soulmates. You have a beautiful connection. I love it. Feels good. You're making me high. So thank you. Thank you
Love
so much.
Gary, Dean, and Michelle, and everybody watching. Love you guys.
Hey,
Thank you, Anna. Hope you
Hey,
feel
love you
better.
back. I'd love to.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Michelle.
come to a spiritual retreat in North Carolina. We'll have a good time. I'll cook dinner for you. I can run around now. Get to where I can walk. Not perfect. There we go. Good, Michelle. Who we got, girl? Who we got?
Thank
I
you,
love those
Gary.
guys. Those are great. Yeah,
Thank you
that was
so
fun.
much, Gary. I have Carletta Coleman. Carletta, thank you. We love her so much. Hi, Carletta. How are you? Oh, sorry.
Hey. Oops. I can't hear her.
Because I've been getting my butt kicked for real.
You've been getting your butt kicked for
I've
real?
been getting my butt kicked.
Well, let me clear you off, girl. We can't have you getting beat up. Yeah, we had fun. We had fun. You were in Ojai, and so
Yes.
yeah, what a retreat, huh? Wasn't that fun?
Absolutely. It was amazing. And then Chat, I remember Chat. That's why I called Eddie in here. Said, don't you remember him, Chat? Yeah. Hi, Chat.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so you've been getting your butt kicked. And what's kicking your butt? You got any of the haters that are going bad guy? You're the bad guy?
No, not that I know of. I'm fighting energies that I don't know what I'm fighting. And
You're
some things
fighting.
are yeah.
Well, you're fighting with this lower part of this next to heaven dimension, which is a hell dimension. And so, and you're fighting with that dimension. And so, oh God, I hear, and give me a minute. This will take me a minute in my head, okay? And so because I hearing is a little more complicated, and so you are complicated. You couldn't just make it simple, could you? And so here we go. I'm just clearing this off of you. You got about 40. What am I hearing? You got about 40. I don't know. I'm hearing 40 years or 40 traumas that come from childhood. And so, did you have a rough time as a kid? And part of it?
Yeah, I did. And I was thinking about that the other day, talking to my son, and it's like I was a spectator. I was
Oh, okay.
looking, I was looking at what was happening. No control.
Okay. And so, but you were looking in like a bird's eye view. Okay, that means that you were in the space to clear it. So then you would ask God for the gift to clear those old childhood traumas. But as I see it, you have these old childhood traumas that are plaguing you, as most human beings do. And sometimes it takes years to purge all these. You want me to speed it up for you? Okay, here we go. I'm just clearing it off. And boy, you're easy. Complicated answer, complicated problem, easy for me to clear this off you. You had some crazy angry people around you, as a kid, right?
Yes.
And I'm just clearing this off. Give me a minute. You have no idea how much work I'm doing right now and how many things I'm doing right now. I had to, let me ask the question, how many angels and how many spiritual gifts? A sky full of angels, over 1,000 spiritual gifts to clear your traumas. Good Lord. So we keep traumas inside of us, locked up, and sometimes you go to a little higher vibe and they all roll out on you. Okay? So that's what you have going. Make any sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Okay. And so I'm going to clear this off. And again, this is not nothing I'm doing. This is big. Okay. And even for me, this is difficult. I'm being honest with you. And so because I'm having to use so many spiritual gifts, being so many places at one time, and going back in time and clearing the origin of the trauma. And so and there's so many of them. I mean, it was like you lived in hell. And so there we go. There we go. There we go. About to get it. Give me a minute. There we go. There we go. And there we are. Take a deep breath. There we go. How you feel?
Gary, my it
Very
feels like my
good.
soul, there's something being released from my soul.
Yeah, like hell. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that's
You,
that's
well, you were hung in this lower hell dimension, and if you kept that darkness, it would make you sick or kill you. Okay. And so now you don't have that. Okay. So when we get rid of these old traumas, we don't get sick and or die from this particular dimension is my belief, because I'm just now figuring out how that works, because I did die 5 times when I had COVID. And so, and it was like, yeah, so there we go. Better. How quiet's your head?
it's quiet.
Good.
It's usually not quiet. It's usually buzzing, but
Yeah.
it's quieter than it usually is. And
Is it?
that wasn't even I was going to tell you something that I had a
What is
dream
it?
about you. It was not.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't
Well, tell me.
expect. I didn't see
Well,
it coming.
tell me your dream. Tell me your dream. Well, anyway, I fixed you. You
Thank
just
you.
want to. You just want to say thank you, God. Just say thank you,
Thank you,
God.
God. Thank you,
And now I
God.
see. And now I see these Zion heaven rainbows around your head.
Wow. I see them.
You can see them. Oh, cool.
Yes.
Isn't
Yes.
that crazy? Yeah. The lady's cat could see them a minute ago. It's crazy. Yeah. So this is a really interesting show. I'm having fun with this show. I'm really having fun with this show. And you guys are, I'm really pushing with all the different gifts I have with everything to help heal you. But over 1,000 spiritual gifts and a sky full of angels later. And so good for you. Good for you.
That's amazing.
I hope to
I
see you.
love you.
I hope to see you. Love you back. I hope to see you guys at a retreat soon. I look forward.
Absolutely. Okay,
Yeah.
I have 2 things.
All right.
One, I had a dream about you. It was probably a little over a week ago that you were teaching a class, but it was in a college setting. You know how you have the classroom where it looks like a stadium, not
Right.
stadium, but you know what I mean? And I'm like, "Oh, because I don't dream about you often."
Mm-hmm.
But that dream was very clear. So that's what I wanted to tell you. And then I don't know if you're planning anything like that, but that's what I saw.
Okay.
And then our son, he just
Makes
recently
sense.
came. Okay, good. And our son recently came to live with us, and he wants to ask you about his life path. I know a lot of the other energies I'm dealing with is from him, but you'll see that. He's right here.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
His name is Eddie.
Oh,
Hey,
so
Eddie. Hey, Eddie. How are you?
doing all
Hey,
right.
bud.
How are
Hey,
you?
bud. I'm good. I'm really, really good. You got a few little dark energies beating you up. I'm gonna clear them. Is that okay?
Yes,
Is it-
please do. Because I've been trying to deal with these since I was 12, and I don't know what it is. I wish I knew his name so I can tell it to go away.
Yeah. Well, here I'm gonna help you out. There we go, buddy. Boy, you're special. First of all, you got a dark energy that's got you backwards in your body, which means you'll do things backwards. And so I'm going to turn that around instead of going, like if you should turn right, you'll turn left. You should turn left, you'll turn right. And so now you'll find you'll be on your path, and you'll find things will make sense to you. You'll notice your body's warming up a little bit now. So your arms feel a little weird and tingly, and I see your feet getting warm, and I see a golden road underneath your feet. So I see a beautiful golden, it's like a yellow brick road, and I see a golden road under your feet. And so this just means you're on your golden path. And so it feels really good. You have a lot of spiritual gifts that are raining down on your head. I got you up to this high vibration, and you don't ask for things enough. You got to ask God for spiritual gifts, but ask Him for stuff you want. You have the total ability to manifest, and you don't know it yet. Okay. So if you want whatever, what do you want? You want a new car? You want a new job? You want a new, what are you looking for? What do you want?
I guess comfort and I guess happiness in my own skin at the moment.
Okay, well, you'll feel a lot happier because you're not backwards in your body. And that means you will be miserable in your own skin because you're not face on. When I look at you, I see the back of your head in the spiritual dimension. I flipped you around and now you'll feel, notice your face is getting a little warm right now. I see it starting to sweat. You see what I'm saying? See it's warming up. And so now you'll feel more like you. You'll be in your own skin, so to speak. And so ask God to bring you light of happiness. Just say, God, please bring me happiness. Say it one more time.
Please bring me happiness.
There we go. Now I see a beautiful God matrix show up in your body. Now you're starting to feel more positive in your head. And there we go. And I just see you looking super, super bright. And I see a lot of light coming to you. I see other people coming to you. You're fun. You're fun, and you're kind. And it's nice to be your friend. It's nice to be around you. And so now you'll be able to feel that from other people, and other people are going to feel that from you. So this is going to be a little different world for you. And so I just see this crown that takes you to this higher dimension of the next to heaven dimension. I see you getting that crown. I see some of the spiritual gifts we got tonight coming down to you, which is really, really good. You see how your head got a little dizzy right then. You felt your head get dizzy. And so now you'll just feel better. So good luck, buddy. It looks good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She's your mom?
Yes, she's my stepmom, not my biological mom, but she is a mom of mine that has been in my life for years, even before she was my mom. So
you're a lucky dude.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and she's lucky too. So there we go. Perfect. There we go. Coletta, thank you, girl.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you. I
Hey.
love you all so much. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. Thanks for letting us finally meet your son. Yay.
Yay.
We're
Yeah.
so glad that he's here. We're happy he's here.
Yeah, he's going to be happy now. You'll notice a big difference. He'll feel a whole lot better. You'll sleep better too. You'll just kind of sleep and not wrestle around. You'll feel good. Okay.
Bring him to a retreat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's amazing. So there we go. Talk to you soon, guys.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Michelle, who we got?
Thank you, Gary. Oh,
I
thank
know,
you
and
so
I know
much.
I'm running overtime, way overtime, but I just feel like I need to tell you guys stuff.
Thank you so much. Yes, I have people saying, please. Okay. Preston, thank you for being so patient. I appreciate you.
Gary, nice to meet you again.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Gary, I'm going good. I've been trying to call your number at least 10 times for an appointment, private reading. But
Okay, well, I'm telling you, I'm kicking it on and doing them again, having fun doing that. And so I do, so many a week. So just keep on. Okay. Call the office and they'll hook you up. 800-827-GARY, 800-827-GARY, 1-800-827-4279, or GarySpivey.com, GarySpivey.com. Okay.
the only person I could reach is Michelle, finally. So,
okay.
but anyway, if I can get that appointment, that would be fantastic, really.
Okay.
But
try now, leave a message. I'll make sure they call you back. Okay.
if I can ask you a question, meanwhile,
Yes.
I am scheduled to travel on a trip to Brazil this month end on the flight.
Okay.
And
Brazil? Is that what you said? Brazil?
Brazil, yes, Brazil.
Yeah. Okay.
With the things going on in the market, I'm privy to some inside intel, and they've said that do not travel on the flights because, a lot of the flights, they're crashing it sometimes because of the people traveling or certain issues. So I just want to know if it is safe for me to travel. Just a
Yeah,
reason.
for you. Yeah, for you. Yeah, I see you going and coming back. Yeah. Yeah, so you're not I don't see you crashing. Yeah. Yeah. I used to predict plane crashes all the time to scare people because it was, good it was good radio. I thought, God, what an idiot, right? So I used to do all these horrible predictions every week, and it would be some disaster somewhere, and planes were always crashing. And so, but no, I don't see it. You're good.
Okay, that is perfect. I will call the number and then
Okay, good.
we talk further.
Okay, good.
I'm doing okay, so I can definitely ask for a private reading.
Yeah, wonderful, buddy. I see you doing really, really well and even doing better. I think this is a good year for you business-wise. That's what I see.
Yeah.
And then actually I heard a good 2 years. You got a good 2-year run here where you're going to tear it up, you know.
Right.
So
A lot of the techniques I learned from you to clear stuff. I use
isn't that
it.
crazy? And then you clear those energies, and once you clear them, everything lights up. All good comes,
You know,
including abundance.
let me tell
It's
you something here. There is my wife, when she's doing some work, something falls, okay? Like some items falls. And she said that she's very spiritually connected. She said, there is somebody here. I said, let
no,
me
no,
come
no.
here.
I can fix it. Okay, here's what's going on. Here's what's going on. This really happened. There was a couple of weeks ago. Things kept on falling. Right. It was like things kept on. You would all of a sudden something would fall over, fall off, fall. Whatever, fall on your toe. And you want to when that happens. This is part of this new dimension opening up. Okay. The lower part of this dimension is a hell dimension. It attacks, guess what? The floor. And so the floor is hell. Your feet and legs. I've had a year's worth of, feet and leg issues, left over from the COVID thing. And so what you want to do, that's how I learned how to clear this next to heaven dimension. I had to figure out how to clear that, so I healed my feet and healed my legs, which was a big problem. And so I honestly could have died from that, for real. There was some blood issues and some things where, crazy blood poisonings. It was oh my God, I can go on and on and on. You guys wouldn't believe how bad it was. And so, but it was like, and I couldn't figure out how to clear the energy. I had to work for a year to figure out how to clear this dimension. And when I finally figured it out, I started healing and got better. And so this dimension affects things falling on the floor. And I know that sounds really silly. And I know people are thinking, what? But your wife, tell her she's not crazy. I'm going to fix it for you, okay?
But here's what happened. I told her I'm going to speak to Gary. She said, no, don't. Next morning, she sees a thank you card on the floor. And she says, see, I was defending whoever this spirit is. I got a thank you. That means do not complain about this event. But I'm just telling you.
Okay. Well, here's what I want you to do. I want you to you have a golden sword that you got earlier, one of the swords, right?
Yep.
And it clears this next to heaven dimension. I want you to use this sword. I want you to clear the lower part of this dimension. And as you did, you notice your feet getting warmer?
Yep.
How about that? Right?
Yep.
And you're clearing something way up in the heavens, way up, highest you've ever cleared, right? Way up in God's universes. And your feet are getting warm where your physical body is.
Right.
And so, okay. And so you now go ahead and keep on clearing. And now I want you to imagine you're doing this so good. Imagine yourself floating up to the top of this dimension to the white mountain top. Okay. There you go. And now God gave you the gift of the white mountaintop around your house. So now you got a white mountain in your house. Tell your wife all she's got to do is just imagine a white mountain. Okay. And so she can imagine this white mountain in her house. Notice how warm your feet got.
Yep.
That was your wife's feet getting hot. You felt. And this will clear this dimension that brings you down. And what happens is this will clear her, all these things falling on the floor. And so I know that sounds silly, but you're right on the money. You're right on it.
Right.
For real. It's not a spirit. It's like all kinds of demons that's attached to the lower part of this next to heaven dimension. And so you don't want any part of that lower part of that dimension, because that's where you get sick and or I think, die. And so, but I see her looking really, really bright. Your wife now turned, she looks like solid gold. She looks like an Oscar award, frankly. Yeah, I see her glowing gold. I really do. I see you glowing gold, and you got really warm right then. Feel how warm you got? You
Yes.
see? Yeah, that's just a gift of abundance that came to you because you're always asking God for abundance. You always ask God for abundance, and you got the mother load gift, which looks like an Oscar award that slipped into your body. Okay, and this is your golden higher self, your golden God higher self, and so that'd be a good one to piggyback on, guys, if you want to be successful. You want to ask God, God, please give me this gift. And so there we go. And as they get the gift, your gift gets enhanced. So it's not like they get the gift and you lose the gift. They get the gift and your gift gets enhanced. And so there you go. The more we share our gifts in oneness, the bigger and brighter our gifts are. Remember, that's how it works. That's the reason in God's universes, everything's on the science of oneness. And so that's how it works. You're looking good, buddy. I love you.
Sounds good, Gary. I will call the number. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. 800-827-GARY, GarySpivey.com. Michelle, who we got? We got one more?
Thank you so much, Gary. Well, actually, I got a couple more, but if that's okay. But
Okay.
here, let me get Alyssa Neal. Thank you, Alyssa, for being so patient. How are you?
Hey, girl. How are you? Uh-oh. There we go. I can hear you now. Speak up.
I'm doing well. I'm actually calling on behalf of my dad a little bit.
Okay. All righty.
He's really struggling with anxiety, particularly last week. He talked to a psychic person that really freaked him out, and then this week he's been having anxiety attacks. And he like had a mental breakdown and he didn't go to work. And throughout all of this, I don't know if I'm empathing his thoughts or what, but
I hear you are. Yes, I hear you are.
I keep having these thoughts that he like wants to hurt himself, and it's making me really, really anxious. And I can't.
Okay.
I felt really good today.
You can see spiritually, right?
A little bit, yeah. I saw it on
Yeah.
really like on Thursday when I was driving home from school. I could see the demons above my head, and I tried to clear them.
Okay. Yeah,
But
okay. You got ask God for a sword to clear your dad.
God, can I please have the sword to clear my dad?
Ask God for a golden hammer to clear your dad.
God, can I please have the golden hammer to clear my dad?
Okay, now reach up and grab him. Okay, now take the hammer and I want you to whack him above his head. He's got a black box that's over his whole body, and this he's keeping him angry. And there you are. Now you just crack this thing off of him. See how you're starting to feel warm all inside. Feel
Yeah,
that?
I'm like sweating.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so then I want you to take the sword and clear through his body. There we go. Clear his heart. Clear his head. There we go. There we go. Now see, there's a big God matrix that went around his body and he looks fantastic. Okay? Use those gifts and keep on clearing him. And hopefully he gets to where he feels a lot better. I think he feels better right this second, actually.
And my mom, her best friend is a gambling addict, and I feel like it kind of like is interfering my mom and dad's marriage. Can we clear that as well?
I just did. Okay. Quick. Okay. There you go. All right. A lot of love. Big
Thank you.
kiss.
Good job,
All right.
Gary.
Bye.
Thank you,
Talk to you
Alyssa.
soon.
Bye.
Something about her is so precious, right,
She
Michelle?
is. She's lovable. Makes you just like her.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's good. Who we got? You got another one. I know you do.
Yes. Thank you, Gary. I got Alice Smith, and then I got another person after that. It should be good.
Oh, there we go.
Hi,
Alice, I
Alice.
love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Big kiss.
I love you too, Gary. Thank you for those beautiful gifts. I want to see if you can clear my daughter's house, my oldest daughter and my youngest daughter. They're going through a lot right now.
Yeah, you know,
And one,
when I look at her house looks like a zebra. You know, I see light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. You know, she's just got all this light energy going through and all this dark energy going through. Okay. I just cleared the whole thing off. And so this is so appropriate you ask this question. I want all you guys to get this gift. So all you guys, I want you to pay attention. And this is a big gift for you because all you guys, I would assume you live somewhere. Most people live somewhere. Okay, either in your own house or another place or whatever it is, you live somewhere. So I want you to ask for the gift of, let me ask God, let me make sure I get it right. God wants you to, okay, the name of the gift is it's like actually one of God's castles. It's God's castle in the first heaven and the second heaven. He's actually got a few of them. And but you want to say, God, may I have the spiritual gift of your castle
God, may I have the spiritual gift of your castle
in my home
in my home
as yours.
as yours.
And so now I got the spiritual gift of God's castle, Alice, coming down to your house. There we go. There we go. There we go. Allow it to come down. There it goes. Ah, see how you can breathe now, Alice? It's a crazy feeling. You feel
I
warm on
can.
you feel
Thank you.
warm. Yeah, you feel warm on your
Yeah, I
face.
still feel it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And so that brought all this light of God's house into your house. This is a
Thank
very
you.
big deal. Now I see this God's castle going into your second dimension. Read the book. If you hadn't read the book, Your Keys to Heaven, and if you haven't even read it, read it again. Circle.
I have that book. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, read it again. And so what you want to do is you want to allow God's house to come down to your house in all 10 of the dimensions. And so this is now I see you got the second uh, uh, castle, a third castle, a fourth castle, a fifth castle, a sixth castle, a seventh castle, an eighth castle, and a ninth castle. And so all these castles come down, and now the 10th castle, which is God's house. And so there we go. How quiet's your
Thank
head
you.
now? How quiet is your head? Feel
Thank
how
you.
quiet?
Very quiet. Yes. And
Yeah,
you're
and you're
helping both of my daughters.
oh good. Yeah, well I see them all lit
Thank
up.
you.
Yeah, I see them all lit up, and you want to just ask for God's house to be in their house. And so you want to ask for God's house to be in your house. And so they want to ask for the same gift. And that's how you straighten your houses out. Right? And so that's a very big deal. And I see you looking really bright and beautiful. And I love you so much. I'm going to give you a big hug,
Love
kisses.
you too.
Yeah.
I love you, and help me find a house for my youngest daughter. She needs a home really bad right now. So we're
Well, tell her,
searching for that. She's living in a rental.
yeah, well, tell her to quit being so stubborn.
Oh, no, she's really stubborn. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's actually blocking her own luck. And so when I try to manifest her a house and help her get that, what happens is I see her going, no, no, no. Yeah. So she has to stop it. She has to just stop it. And if she starts to allow a little bit, she'll find it'll show right up. So there we go. I cleared it though. Good luck. Okay.
Thank you. Love
All right.
you. Love you all. Thank you,
Thank
Michelle.
you. Love you, Alice. Okay.
Love you too. Bye. Thank
Oh, it just makes you love her so much too, huh, Gary?
She's so solid, right? It's kind of like, when Alice is your friend, you got one.
Yep. True
It's
friend.
it's like that. It's like that.
Yes.
And so how special. And
Yeah.
so well, Michelle, thank you so much for tonight. Thank you for tapping
you,
in,
Gary.
you
It's so
guys. I love
good.
all you guys. Go to my gallery if you would. And so there we go. Hey guys, I appreciate you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You're so special. Let that light in. Let that light in. Use those spiritual gifts we got tonight. These spiritual gifts are cut above anything you've seen through me. And so it'll make a big difference. Mario Marino, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm looking at all you guys. I appreciate you guys. Dwayne, thank you. James Christie, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Wally, I love you. And so, Mark, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are really, really special. Coletta, I look forward to seeing you at a spiritual retreat. It's really, really fun. And so there's like Santina, go hang out, get a room. Anyway, Destiny, I'm glad your cat likes you again. That's good. You guys are good. Carla Cooper, hey, I appreciate you so much. I see, Carla, I see the new spirit go down into your body. You got a ton of spiritual gifts tonight. I don't know if you know it, but I can feel it. And so there's like all kinds of stuff. Jody, I love you. Of course I love you. And so, but all you guys are good. Charles and Arlene, appreciate you. Daryl, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But I see all you guys, Gail Greenwood, who's better than you? Anyway, you have the gift of prayer, by the way. I don't know if you know that, but I see it. That's really good. The gift of prayer means that, you just pray for somebody and they're okay. Pray for me. Pray for Judy. She needs it. She's going to hell. Anyway, oh, Judy, hey girl, how have you been? You were quiet tonight. I didn't hear anything. Anyway,
My
Steve
mic was
Schubert.
off.
Oh, Steve Schubert, thank you for being my friend for all these years. And so but I see you guys. How you been, Judy? What are you doing? I like your pink glasses. You're going on. How are you? How are you?
Good, good, good. I just found them and broke all my other ones, so this is my last resort.
Mm. I miss you. I hate it when you're not with me. I like it.
Too.
Yeah, I feel safe. I feel safe and warm and fuzzy. Thank you for
Oh,
making me feel safe and warm and fuzzy for all these years. You know,
Lord.
yeah.
You do for everybody. Thank
Well,
you.
you do it for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I think you guys got to realize too, the biggest thing I can leave you with is appreciate. In this next to heaven dimension, it really works on the science of appreciation. So when you're going through a hard time with people and they're losing their damn mind on you and they got a bunch of these demons that are, like I said, we're above my pay grade. These demons that are the bad guy demon, I had people in my own world and that were projecting this bad guy demon thing at me. I would say things like, where's this coming from? Why are you projecting this anger and thing? And I would ask the question and I asked, a question to one of my best friends, Lance. And he had this thing going on and I mean, it was crazy. And so then I realized that it wasn't him, it was a demon. And I realized it was a bad guy demon. And once I helped him get rid of it and made him understand how he could get rid of it, he didn't have that thing going on. So realize a lot of your people, closest friends, family, that are projecting bad guy, doing that thing, they're just possessed by this particular demon, which is one of the worst demons in the world, if not the worst. I think it's the worst. And so you guys want to clear this demon and dark energies, not only off of you, but off of the whole planet. And when you do this, you're going to find that you have a crazy magic that occurs. And then all you got to do is add a little bit of appreciation to everybody around you, even if you're pissed off with them, because you may not be really pissed off with them. You may be pissed off with their bad guy demon who's making them go, you're the bad guy, and you're not the bad guy. You're not. And the fact that you're even tuning into this show, you're not the bad guy. You really are not that. And so realize you're the good guy and realize that you can allow all this light to go through you, and the light is magical and it always supersedes in oneness. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you soon. I will be here on Wednesday doing our energy clearing. What are we clearing? I don't know, but we're going to clear all kinds of stuff. Working in this new dimension is really good because it matters. It makes a difference. This one's big. And when you clear this, every time we clear things, as I learn more about it, I'll tell you guys more about it. And as you learn more about it, tell us about it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you again. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Tap Again. Call me up for a private reading. I'm doing them again. 800-827-GARY, GarySpivey.com, SPIVEY.com. Thank you so much.